Yeah,
Hello,
I can
friends.
guarantee. Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Yo. I don't know why I'm lagging. I did last time, and then I changed stuff, and it changed nothing, and it worked. So I have no idea. Hi. How are you guys doing?
I've got a
Doing
small
A-okay.
headache.
I might be a bit EP today.
We're all working at our best.
Mm-hmm.
I have been very busy lately, so
Thank you so much,
my
Getty.
brain
I really
is
appreciate
not-
that.
doesn't know how to
Yay.
relax lately.
It's always spooky time, no matter when October is.
I'm not a fan.
I think I'm going to try to restart it once again. I'm wondering if it's an issue of having it start up when Ultra Leap is open, because that's the only thing I can think of that is different. Can I hand ownership to someone else? Hold on. Give host.
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It always
doesn't
just
work?
crashes when you leave.
Okay, well, it's
Give me
about to
host.
crash. I'm going to try one more time. See if it works. See if anything works.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
By the way,
Get into the thing.
as I've said it before, by the way, I actually appreciate that you put in money towards some animation stuff for Clutch, even though you
Mhm.
have absolutely no need for it because it's an audio show.
I mean, it's one of those things where, like, the whole thing about Clutch is that it's meant to be like an audio cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't have the budget to, like, make a full animated series because that kind of stuff is expensive, but
Mm-hmm.
I want people to at least see the kobolds because they're really cute.
Yeah, I always did feel personally that anything that has visual aid immediately helps things out a little bit because it helps it does just genuinely help like picture it because quite frankly, even if you describe it, no matter how well you describe it really, nothing beats actually having a proper design that's visualized by you, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Because you are the writer and you are the one that had these characters in their brain first.
So. Hi.
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 Hello. Hi.
Who remembers what happened last time?
Why? Why is my
We-
brain not able to remember
Okay,
shit?
it's working
We
now.
shoot out the mayor.
Yes. Okay. We helped out the mayor. We solved with as usual cartoonish hurtings going on towards Flicker. We solved the thing with the furnace. We made it very hot.
Yes. Extraordinarily so.
Quite literally. Flicker needs a break now.
You ended up at what? 2 health?
Yeah.
That's probably
I think it
fine.
might have been. I think it might have been 1 even. Because the last session was after the first nat 20 that I got. It was all downhill from there. In terms
As
of
it do.
What else happened? Sprig helped out the mayor with some bookkeeping, I think.
I went over his books to confirm that, like, he hadn't squirreled away anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think those were the main activities.
Yes. As well as the Magus' side. He's the only one that wasn't mentioned.
Oh, I didn't think we got to Magus' thing.
No, we did. It was very brief.
Okay.
Rodelac spoke to the guy that was supposed to be hired to kidnap/discourage him from leaving, but he didn't really want to follow through with that, so we just got information about the rest of them. From what I understand, the rogue was the only person that was supposed to be hired to get rid of Rodelac. Ow. Sorry. Headache is pounding back in my head, so I'm kind of getting the... slowly catching my brain up with this. But I
Also
believe
just-
that is... The other extent of that was some information in regards to... Trying to find the notes here. Right, we got the names of all the different people and where they are.
Correct. Well, not exactly where they are, but you got some general idea of it, yeah.
Yeah. But that's
One
as
of
far
which-
as I remember.
Mm-hmm. There was a list of 5, basically their own party, if you will, and write that down. Yes, indeed. And yes. Only one of them sounded like they were an active threat at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So then, presumably after all of the,
Before we go in, like launch into the new thing, can I have a quick aside of a game dev thing for just a second?
Sure.
Sure.
I sure do love tabletop sims like need to make everything blindingly white. If you're going to have a like textureless thing, can it please like not be painfully blinding?
Eggshell white is what you be wanting.
No, pink and neon. Go source.
Yeah, rainbow.
Well, obviously that's my preference, but
Yeah, like bright color, like the pink and black checkerboard that Valve uses, for example, is like it's bright and it's noticeable. But like that, I was blind for a good like 30 or 40 seconds loading back in because my whole screen just went all white.
I just wish they would fix it whenever it's like, oh, this has loaded before. Now it's not loading for some people. Fun.
So, presumably it is morning. I assume that all of you have slept. Actually, wait, no, we had
No, we were on the way to something else.
That's right,
part of the day.
the library stuff was
it's-
not covered.
It's just that Flicker. It's just that Flicker would like to go to sleep, covered in soot and all that.
So the only one of the little side stories, little vignettes that we didn't cover was the
Library,
Was the library.
Book Club.
Mhm.
which I think Flicker would also like to be part of, because it just sounds like his kind of thing, generally speaking.
Mhm.
But
Unless
they can't
you-
read. But
unless
they can't
the-
read. Neither can Soba.
Again, my policy is that timeline restrictions are dumb, and if there's anybody who would like to be at any section, you should all be. There's no need to say like, oh well, I'm over here now. Like no, everyone's here is everywhere because there's better storytelling. It's more interesting that way. Whereas some people might not have a whole lot to say in them, but like,
I'm not against that logic. Just
Mhm.
for my own sake, I try to be like at places where it makes sense and within time that makes sense. Also depends how fun I think it might be.
so then, tell us about the Goblin Book Club.
So All right, it was a picture book version of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
I'm sorry, I
What?
could not hear that. Could you please repeat that?
Sorry. I just remembered what the book was. So, uh, so what's the scene? So what's the scene here? Sorry, my brain is trying to catch up because I missed like the last half of the things. My computer decided to die.
You're back in town. You've after the events of the previous day, and you spent the evening doing various things. One of the various things that was going to be done was checking up on the goblins and seeing how they're doing. I don't recall what specifics you had for them, and
Yeah, like I know, but like we were gonna ask the goblins to do something, or
We were going to be asking about trying to get them together to organize for a defensive group because the Kenku are going to be coming and causing problems.
Oh,
and since
right,
this is their new
right.
home, might be good to at least rope them in on our defense efforts.
thank you.
okay, I remember now. Okay, so while everyone's doing everything else, like who all is coming to the Goblin Book Club thing?
I am.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Cece's gonna come by too, obviously.
okay.
I'll be there.
Must be
So-
there.
So Soba would have like left before y'all went on your assorted things. You know, didn't want to be late for the book club. So as Cece and Flicker come in, Soba is like sitting in like a big circle, like on like a carpet with like a bunch of goblins all around. They're all got like copies of the picture book version of Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants in various states of being gnawed on. And there is a goblin standing up, and he goes like, and then I think, and he turns his thing around. He's like, I think that these pants are evil, and they wish to control the women, and they overcome them through incredible violence. And then another one stands as like, I think that the pants are friendly, and they're actually teaching the evil women to not be so mean. And Soba just nodding sagely along.
Nice.
And that's what I would
I have
come
been
in
told
on.
pants have dichotomous relationship with people.
Pants are merely objects to help cover you.
The
They
every
don't
single
dichotomous mean we put dice in beds.
yeah, so when Flicker says that, by the way, every single person in the circle, including Soba, turns to look at him, and you realize none of them are wearing pants.
Actually, I need to see Flicker's art again. I forgot if I gave him pants.
Everyone is wearing either a skirt or a loincloth.
This makes sense.
Hold on, I need to check something. No, that's not what I want.
The Goblin Book Club seems to be a success. Many of them are actually trying to learn how to read. Though admittedly the books have been in better condition.
No.
Most of the damage is actually from salt.
Yeah, why do they have the library on the ghost?
Because I thought it looked cool.
No, it's still fun though.
No, you were right.
I don't know why. Something about the building screamed, this would look really cool on a dock.
Yeah.
Plus, then
Again,
too,
you were right.
Yeah. And Soba's teaching them her language as well, so like you also see like bits of paper that have like Soba's picture like glyph language on it.
Ooh, nice.
Flicker also still has the children's book from the local area.
The old rhymes, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess he tries to convey it to them.
Okay, but you're gonna have to roleplay it out. I mean, I try to convey it to them, it doesn't have nearly as much
I'm
interest
trying
as telling me how it
to
goes.
imagine it. Like he just. Yeah, I'm trying to like imagine like what he would like look in the book to try. Plus, I'm also bad at rhyming, so making something up on the spot right now would be terrible.
So
There once was a man in a place called Peru. He once lost a shoe. We don't know why. We don't know where. But it turned up somewhere.
You rhymed where with where.
Yeah.
Listen, I did preface it immediately by saying it was terrible. It would be terrible.
Yeah.
This is me trying to make up rhymes on the spot.
So I'm gonna steal some of the goblins from Jade for a minute. So the goblins hear your really bad poetry, and they
Crack
all
my
just like do
knuckles.
like small claps, and then they turn and they're like, "Oh, we want to do poetry as well. Oh, how do poetry?"
Well, usually the way it works is you take a word, and you come up with a sentence, and then you end it with a word that starts with the same letter as the first word.
Soba nods and she's like, "Yes, Soba has heard of this, but only in form of slam poetry. Roses are red, violets are blue." Then she grabs the back of a nearby goblin and just slams his head against the table. Slam!
Wow.
He doesn't
Now
say.
you,
Sorry, go ahead.
now you have concussion, and soon I will too. The goblin comes back up, and he's like a little out of it, and then Soba headbutts the desk as well.
On his inner thoughts, you cannot hear this unless you're a mind reader suddenly. Flicker just thinks to himself, that went about in the same direction that I thought it would.
I mean, if you look at Goliath, they're half giant. They must have like extremely thick foreheads.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's just like.
I have one that came to mind that I have to share on behalf of the goblins.
Of course.
We all in one room add 10 bombs and goes kaboom!
Hooray!
Clap, 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 clap.
Yay.
So then, you're the one who had a plan with the goblins, not me. I mean, like, do verbs, or we can, head to another plot point. Like, I'm cool with whatever.
I'm trying to do verbs.
I like playing with them. It's just like I'm having difficulty coming up with stuff.
Alright.
That's not an issue, and I'm kind of hating the fact that I'm having difficulty coming up with stuff because I like playing with the goblins.
I gotta be honest. I was expecting y'all to bring up the Kenku thing, but Soba can if
There.
y'all want. I mean,
I gave you one, Flicker.
There you go.
Oh, what did you give me? Sorry. Oh,
Good limerick.
oh, okay. All right. So Flicker turns it to a. Well, not the page of the book, I guess. There once was a surly Kenku who really disliked the new town. He threatened the mayor with an unholy prayer and caused the townsfolk to frown.
Nuts. I made a minor mistake of switching shoe with town. But there we go. You got something. It's better than what you had before. Headache me not running at full capacity.
yeah.
Like I said, I was never good at rhyming. The only thing I ever knew was when I was a poet, and I didn't even know it. But those come unreliably.
Soba is then reminded of the Kenku potentially attacking, and she turns to the goblins and goes, "Oh yes! Stupid birds are going to attack village. You live in village. You help defend village from stupid birds. It is not posed as a question."
But our village is the one north of here.
Yes,
if
but
no
you
more,
should...
if no more village, no more book club.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. But
Plus,
how?
mutually shared... Sorry.
I thought we weren't supposed to fight anymore.
Well, fighting in self-defense is okay.
If
Oh.
someone come at you, you stab them.
Yeah, okay.
Immediately, like if this were a darker comedy, immediately a goblin comes up to him and he just stabs him.
I was thinking the same thing, and it's like, no, that's not the setting. But it's I was
Nah,
thinking the
nah.
exact same
Soba's
thing.
going
I'm
to
looking-
elaborate.
I'm not
Soba's
looking
going.
Sorry, go
Sorry.
ahead, Soba.
I gotta say,
Go ahead,
Soba's
man.
gonna elaborate. She's going to say, "Remember when Soba told you about stinky, edgy man who looks like something out of a fantasy that is final?" And Soba threw brick at him. Soba threw brick at him when he was trying to hurt friends.
Yeah, Brickman. Yeah.
Yes. Similar thing. Birds are going to come and try and hurt friends and village and book club. Throw
And we hit
brick
them
at
with bricks. Yes.
Hit them with brick. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a brick. Yep.
And she just kind of pats him on the head, just like tap tap.
Alvin is the librarian's name, correct?
Yes.
Alvin's going to go over to who looks the most level-headed of the people here right now. Probably Cece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Generation Z, yeah.
He's
I
like,
feel like she's probably actually helping him touch up because she hasn't gotten to finish, like, de-rusting all of his parts yet.
When you said level-headed, I was gonna say it's like Flicker maybe, but then it's like no, level-headed. It's like
yeah, not quite.
No, Flicker can balance a bubble in a level on his head. Not the
True.
same thing.
It's close though. I don't think that the goblins would do well to be armed in town. Perhaps something more organized. Have you spoken to the captain?
The captain, as in the captain of the goblins?
No, the captain of the guard.
they have
No,
one
I
of
don't
those here.
believe that we have.
We would actually have.
I'm not sure we've met the captain of the guard yet.
I
don't
believe
think we
you.
ever.
I don't believe you have. You haven't had occasion to.
I think we might have just assumed that like the quartermaster guy might have filled that role.
I don't think we actually expected a guard in the town.
Yeah. Right. Well. Oh well.
I was under the impression
Like a
these people
formal
didn't have
guard.
any what's the word? I was under the impression these people didn't have any sort of standing military.
Well, I was more under the impression that they had like regular-ish guards, just not anything of substance.
Well, if you have regular-ish guards, you have a captain. I mean, that's just someone who knows,
Even if
Yeah,
it's like
I-
even if it's like 3 guys, one of them's the captain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
At this time,
I
he's
expected that we were relying more heavily on adventurers and mercenaries kind of thing.
Yeah.
well, yeah, because that's what your job is.
What quest givers? Give us a quest giver.
Where might we be able to get in contact with the guard captain?
At this hour, he's probably on the beach a little north of here.
Probably
On the
worth
beach,
going
huh?
for a visit then after the book club closes up.
I would recommend it. If the goblins were armed and in town, it would cause a stir. More so than, well, the book club.
Perhaps we'll have to figure something out with the captain of the guard and initiative of sorts to welcome any goblin volunteers to joining the guard.
Mm-hmm.
The goblin that Soba
I feel
slams his
like-
head into the desk. He just
I feel
comes
like
up.
I have the mental image in this scene right now is like, because the last time that Stacey visited and like helped Alvin out, she had disassembled one of his arms and like fully de-rusted all the parts and just gave him that arm again and reattached it as it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like right now he is like fully disassembled And having the conversation is like just a head on the desk while she's putting him back together.
Okay, I like that.
I
Actually.
imagine it was more like just like the torso and the head, really.
Well, it's all of his ball joints are in the wrong places. Like, he was put back together completely by someone that just had no idea what they were doing.
I like the idea that like Flicker would assist, but he's just like enraptured by the poems he's like by the
Right.
little poems he's finding in the book.
Also, what is the best way to clean stains of all
Much
forms?
variety. All
All
forms.
all forms. There is a stack of books that have everything from grease to tomato paste to just
Oh, Flicker would probably have the answer to that one. What would be?
Flicker, nothing flammable.
Oh no! Oh no! It's nothing flammable. Well, I have to wash. I have to wash lots of stuff from very hard to get rid of material, very often.
Oh yeah,
The-
I suppose you do.
Lunches and dinners back home with the other knights were very messy. I've concocted some quick and easy ways to get stuff out of sensitive materials. Small hint: it involves some lemon, surprisingly.
ooh, tasty.
Well, not for eating, but you can eat it
Aw.
afterward.
No, Alvin told us not to eat the books anymore.
I honestly couldn't think of like
I'm
an
so
actual.
sorry, Alvin.
Wondering. Actually, I kind of wonder about something. Flicker is like, I'm just like wondering, should Flicker propose like a little repugnant smell to spray on the books to make it unappetizing to eat them? For the goblins, that is.
Are you asking that in character, or are you asking me, the DM, if that's a cool idea to do? Because it sounds like the latter, which is
Kind of, because I feel like Flicker would have this thought, but I'm wondering if like
you can certainly try.
Ooh, maybe. Ooh, I know how to make a smell that is just repugnant enough that it might discourage someone wanting to eat. I've had to make some for some of the younglings in the how am I forgetting his name? The library back at the castle all had some younglings there, and quite frankly, they like to bite on the books. They like the taste of the leather. So I came up with a small concoction to get them to not associate the books with something tasty.
Well, I won't be able
It's
to
just
smell
the
it.
smell.
So, okay.
Flicker goes outside and just looks for some, because the ingredients are fairly basic.
Okay. I'm going to say that you're able to collect and make it easily enough. I mean, I'm not going to doubt your crafting stat, and I'm not going to, make you roll for survival to look for ingredients.
Yeah,
for
I've never.
a side
I always have
tangent.
to ask. I always have to ask just to be safe,
Mm-hmm.
because you are the GM and you are
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one that when I can roll it. So yeah, and he just like concocts it, and and puts it in like a small dispenser,
Mhm.
and aka a perfume dispenser, and he sees like a goblin that's clearly disobeying the rules just behind a shelf or something. To not the obvious rule to not eat it, to put in the book in mouth, and he like sprays it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The book, I mean,
Yeah.
the goblin very quickly does a as he spits the book out.
The goblin goes bleh, spits the book out, looks at it sideways, sniffs it a few times, bites it again, and goes ugh. This repeats 4 times.
I'm just imagining it tastes like a Nintendo Switch cartridge.
Probably.
Yeah.
I am going to wait if
we
he
all
goes
know
up.
that the first thing that everyone did when we heard about that was
wait.
immediately lick a cartridge.
Yeah.
Oh no, I
did
think someone else
more than
enjoyed it.
that. Sprig, I did more than that.
Flicker waits till he gets to the sixth one, till he goes. Maybe I should increase the smell. Intensify.
Yeah, Sprig. When I got my Nintendo Switch, I heard that. I went and I found like a cheap, like crappy game that I wouldn't miss. It was like in the bargain bin. Then I held that thing in my mouth until I was like, nah, all right, I'm gonna hold this in my mouth. I don't care. They're not that strong, honestly. I lasted about like 3 minutes and then I got bored. They need to make that bittering agent stronger. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
Why
'cause
would
the problem with the cartridges with these kids was a lack of a can-do attitude.
Exactly.
It,
Look,
it
if I
might
want to
be
choke to
something
death
that-
on a Switch cartridge, I will. Sorry.
It might be something that wears off after, like, it's been out of the case a while.
Maybe.
Because I licked one fresh out of the case, and I almost threw up, and it was in the taste was in my mouth for, like, probably about 6 hours.
Jeez.
Okay, so
Yeah. Yes.
Kobold shenanigans.
I just
Kobold
want to
shenanigans.
refocus. I want to refocus us a little bit.
Yeah.
You have some goblins that are excited to go get their weapons. You have some chemical reagents being used to attempt to clean some books, and yes, the goblins, several of which who are actually genuinely learning how to read, just kind of doing their best and hanging out. There are virtually no other species in here at the time. Something that is quite noteworthy, as it feels almost as though maybe they have been other people that might not be coming to the library lately.
Uh-oh. What was that?
And you've also learned the whereabouts of the captain of the guard.
Where is he? Oh yeah, he's like on the beach a little bit to the north of here.
That is correct. We'll stay there.
I think we might as well head up and meet the captain of the guard. I'm actually a little bit surprised that we haven't met him so far.
Yeah, because we're adventurers. We're usually supposed to meet the captain of the guard within like 5 minutes of entering a town.
Always ends up that way, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's usually...
By the way,
Well,
you can feel free to
It makes
interpret
some
how
sense when it makes some sense when a group of armed and armored individuals walks into town like they own the place.
Well, I was referring more from a point of view of either we cause trouble, one person causes trouble, or, you know, we just have legitimate business and have to go see them.
Mm-hmm. I am
That
going...
is-
Sorry.
Those are usually the instigators of meeting the captain of the guard. Anyway, go ahead.
So you're going to walk up the beach?
Yeah, why not? It's a nice day, and I still gotta walk off some of the scale burns.
Mm-hmm. It is nice. It's not too far off of a, yeah, it's early evening, but not unpleasantly so. You see, and I'm going to fiat that everyone's here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see a man who they have the build of a captain. That is absolutely true. They are wearing shorts and have a beach chair and are holding onto a drink that looks like it's not the kind that you would usually have at work. And he's currently talking to a woman.
Another thing you wouldn't normally have at work.
Ouch.
I'm kidding.
Mm-hmm. And as you get closer, you can overhear that she is pleading with him, and the man is just sort of shaking his head.
Should we?
All right, who wants to take charge on this one?
Good evening.
You know. By the way, Sprig, I need a reminder. Your chair has like just the spot, the like legs, right?
No.
Rather than. Okay,
No,
then
it's
someone.
still got wheels.
Okay, and we're on a beach.
It's all terrain. It works fine.
Yep, it has ATV ATV tires.
I was gonna say like someone is going to be having difficulty pushing unless Soba is carrying you.
Don't worry, I've tested it in the best conditions. Vaulting over 50 school buses while on fire.
No, it's multiple wheels on smaller suspension systems. And they're not like super narrow wheels, so they get a bit better traction.
So, as you approach, the captain looks up and says, "Well, isn't that him right there?" And the lady, who appears to be a half-elf, turns around, looks at Rodolak, and says, No, he is Kitsune, but he has a black diamond shape on his forehead. Please, it's not like him to be gone this long."
I paused for a second as I look over at him, and I said, "Wait, there's two of them here already?"
How many fluffy ones are there going to be?
I think I need to find my... Where am I?
Hey there. Look, I keep telling you. He probably went bully. If you want to find him, go check out, go talk to the Gripply. That's where this probably is. No.
Excuse me.
He said he was going to be home. Yeah. I don't know how to break this to you, ma'am.
Lady, ma'am.
Lady lad.
And as she continues to insist that he's the captain of the guard and he must do his job and find her husband. The captain looks profoundly uncomfortable, and very clearly had the intention of spending the day at the beach with a drink. The captain is human. The lady is half elf, it appears.
Oh.
How will you be approaching the situation? Or will you be?
I mean, I'm down to see this trash
I
fire play out.
thought we were. I thought we were just like already walking up to them. It seems like you are having some issues here.
Yeah.
The lady sort of looks back and forth between you and the captain, clearly not wanting to be interrupted, but exhausted of not getting anywhere. The captain, however, looks absolutely delighted for the reprieve of talking to this lady. Missing persons case. We got a bunch of those. I mean,
You have a bunch of
every one of
those?
them. Every one of them is very important, of course. But yeah, we've are working to resolve all of them in a timely manner.
How many people have gone missing?
6, 5, 6, 8.
6, 8.
8 people.
This is an
Summer
epidemic.
looks absolutely dumbfounded. She just goes, "That is half a tribe. What are you talking about?"
Well, most of them just go bully. Actually, I want anyone who wants to roll streetwise, or whatever you would like to roll for
Oh,
understanding local culture.
Jade, are we playing Cyberpunk
Oh,
2020?
oh,
Don't
no.
you tempt
Yeah,
me! Don't you tempt me! Don't you tempt me, Jade!
Yeah,
Huh?
don't tempt us.
What's it? What do you what? What?
You said streetwise. That's a Cyberpunk
Yeah.
2020 skill.
It's also a word in the English language.
Yeah, I know, but it's not. But it's Jade play Cyberpunk. Play Cyberpunk.
TTRPG nerds latching on to TTRPG keywords.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
I rolled my society. I got a 5 plus my 14, so
Neuron
that's
activation.
19.
All right. Is anyone else going to roll?
Let me. What should we roll?
Something that's going to give you the lowdown on local culture.
Okay, I guess that would be. Trying to think what would be appropriate here, because academia lore wouldn't make sense here. So I guess it would be society.
Society would be my guess.
I mean,
Society.
it's more important for you to tell me why you think that role is relevant rather than just which one is going
Well,
to be.
the thing for society would be that I would be wanting to have an intrinsic understanding of the rumblings on in the town and meeting with some of these people, considering that we were kind of the tip of the spear of this adventuring group, so we needed to kind of understand how all this stuff worked.
Yeah, that was
well,
my
That's the kind of.
As well as the lifeblood of this entire community are the adventurers in the hunting camp, so we probably know a little bit more than most.
See, that's the kind of descriptions I'm looking for. Thank you.
Sorry. Roll.
Honestly, that was essentially my logic for going for society as well, especially since we've already been here for a while and we've had a chance to adapt.
Yeah,
It's about justifying the check, though, not
It's-
just
exactly.
like
Oh, I
picking
know.
the same one.
It's about the description.
got-
You could use athletics to convince me that you overheard stuff on your morning jog if you did a good job of describing it. Like,
Oh.
I got a 19.
okay.
Oh wow, we both got the same twinsies.
All right. So both people who
Go ahead.
both people who rolled 19 would have heard that term before, in reference to people who. It's the bully is used as a reference to bullywugs, as in people who have gone away to live with the Gripply instead of living in Lonfell.
Oh, I thought he was just being British.
Nope. He was being it's the big city in Forgotten Realms. I forget. Whatever.
Tamriel.
Golden
Baldurian?
Gate.
Yeah, I guess Baldurian would be.
Baldurian,
Was
yeah.
not. Anyways,
Baldur's
yeah,
Gate is one of the biggest cities in the setting anyway.
yeah. Not the one I was thinking, but regardless, doesn't matter. So yeah, no, that is actually a local phrase that has been bandied about for people who are rejecting the human society to live with the locals.
Reject modernity, embrace
frog. Yes. Actually, yeah, Waterhavian would be. Yeah.
Baldurian, yeah.
More that's actually what I was thinking of. Thank you.
That accent sounds more like Waterhaven, Waterdeep.
And that's why I'm saying that the best thing that you can do is to go check the tree. I mean, I don't have enough people to send people over there to take an account of everyone who hasn't come back from there. But that's where half of the missing persons cases have left us.
Well, we tend to travel around quite a bit. Well, we tend to travel quite around a bit, and especially we tend to visit the Gripply fairly often. We could try and examine it next time we're there.
See what's going on, if anything.
Please, he wouldn't be there. He went out to drink, which I'm fine with. That's not a problem. I know he likes to do that, but he usually comes back before nightfall, and he hasn't returned since yesterday. It's not like he took anything with him, though.
Yeah, that's weird.
Look, ma'am, I don't know. I don't have a better answer for you right now.
But we might. We might be able to look into this as this kind of thing seems to be right up our alley. But there might be other affairs that you might need to take care of, sir, while we're taking care of it, if you would prefer.
The disappointment is palpable.
You know what? Insight check. What is he disappointed? Is he disappointed that we're not letting it go, or disappointed that?
You know what?
We're
Roll
asking it all.
Roll it.
All right. That is an 18 for my insight, which there is
That's
no insight
plus-
in this game. It's perception. So
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, that's okay. Remember that the robot in the library said that he's usually here this time of day?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many times has he had this conversation?
Not enough for him to be okay with having to actually do his job instead of sitting at the beach. It's absolutely he's not hiding anything other than his disdain for being bothered. And you're right, you haven't seen him before.
Fair. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do... I'm going
Doesn't
to do a Sherlock dressing down in the form of That's Odd on his uniform. I want to see if, like, he's just been lazing about on the beach the whole time, or if he's actually been doing his job. Not that I'm assuming that he's not. I just want to examine to see if, like, there's something out of place with him where it's like, oh, you're just here for the vacation, aren't you? So may I roll my perception on that, or do you want to just give it to me with That's Odd?
I'm just going to give it to you because you are so spot on it hurts. That is exactly correct. And his tan lines belie this to you.
The tan line's showing that he's never really actually in armor. He just hangs out on the beach drinking all day.
Oh my
Yep,
god.
he sure does. Huh.
All right,
I wonder why
folks.
we never saw the captain of the guard of the town. You guys, circa half an hour ago.
I'm going to ask the party. So how should we go about this? Should we shame him, or should we be like, you know what? You take a load off. We'll just find somebody else.
Oh, I don't think we should shame him or tell him we'll let him off. I think we should threaten him.
I believe
I
we
mean,
should
that's
just.
kind of what threatening it. That's kind of what the shaming route would be.
I feel like we
yeah,
should.
that's fine.
I feel like we should just find someone and replace them, and just tell them that they're the new captain of the guard.
Soba puts her hands on her shoulder. Soba could be captain of guard.
You could. You really could. Now,
The badge is very shiny. Soba would like it.
the problem is that if you become captain of the guard, you'd have to be spending a lot of time in town and not being with us.
Yeah.
Oh.
Captain of the
would be a
guard and
problem.
adventurer serve two very different roles in a community like this. Both of which are valuable.
With
Yeah.
adventure, you go to the fight. With captain of the guard, the fight come to you.
Mm.
All
Yeah,
right, so-
I think
Haven't we made acquaintance with one of the other adventurers who's really more interested in just being in town anyways, who might fill the guard position?
Final Fantasy lad?
I cannot remember.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the like
Final Fantasy lad, pizza con.
the edge lord, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I don't trust him.
The Final
Like-
Fantasy lad or the lad that's been getting the tan?
Both of
Honestly,
them. I'm
Honestly, I feel like-
gonna be. I do actually want to finish like the conversation about for what like Rodelac said. Shoba would shrug, and say, "Soba is not looking for fight. Soba is just looking to protect the place where Soba lives now." Like literally, like Soba is fine with that, if that's what it has to come through.
I mean, we could quite literally just like, even without the mayor's permission, because quite frankly, we're doing a lot of heavy lifting to the point where we might as well have like power to influence things in town here.
Yeah.
We might as well just set up a stand and say, "Captain of the guard." Apply.
Captain of the
apply
guard
here.
now hiring.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
Actually, we should probably ask. I guess we should probably at least do the courteous thing and ask the current other guards if there are any.
Back in the moment, though, there is a half elf and a captain in front of you.
Right. Right. Well, on Flicker being himself, he's just probably gonna blurt this out. Wow, you
Go for
are
it.
a terrible town guard, town captain.
Hey. We don't have a lot of crime here, and a lot of things have been handled.
Not
Most
a
of
lot
people
of
who
crime
leave-
here, you say.
Yeah.
Well then,
You
perhaps
got
you should
8
explain the
disappearances.
perhaps you should explain the 8 disappearances and the fact that your mayor has been getting extorted this entire time that you've been on duty.
I don't touch the mayor's business. I don't know what you're talking about there. As for the missing persons, the last 4 of them were just at the tree. They gave up living on this lifestyle, wanted to live in that one. Easy as
The
you open and close.
The tree.
Yep.
He looks over, like, wait, the Gripply tree?
Yep.
Yes, the Griffin tree.
They went bully.
So the mayor's is the mayor not a citizen here?
He sort of gives you that knowing look of like, I know about what you're about to say, but you know what I'm about to say, sort of thing, you know? He just sort of gives you that look of like, yeah, but you know that the mayor is kind of above the regular people. You intrinsically know the look that he's giving you. Like from your character background, you've seen this, you are familiar with this.
Oh yeah,
Just
yeah.
Yeah.
Let me make this,
You
let me make
go
this
first,
less of
sorry.
a question. You understand now that the mayor is a person like everyone else in town.
Of course, everyone in the town follows the same rule. It's the same. You've heard the same, almost like verbatim before. Everyone in town
everyone
follows the
in
same
town
rules.
will follow. At this point, have not been, will be.
If you'd like to file a report for me to follow up on, I certainly will take a look at it. And do my best to solve any issues that you may find.
I lean over to Sova. Sova, I think we got to kill this guy.
Sword is
Damn.
already like she just like
The-
she just the Thor thing like opens her hand. Sword immediately just snaps in her hand. Okay.
The half elf lady in front of you, gasps and starts to like takes several steps away. It looks like she's ready to bolt.
Man, don't worry, she's really quite good at that thing.
I don't think we want to escalate to violence so quickly. This seems like dramatic overkill for the situation.
It really does.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think this is a reasonable response to that level of police corruption.
I mean, this isn't so much as police corruption as is just a guy that's just not doing his job.
Yeah, pretty much.
Much more incompetence than corruption.
I really don't think there's that much of a difference there.
I think we
Look.
can just solve this by asking the mayor. Oh, okay. You go ahead.
All right, well, are you saying all this out loud?
Oh yeah.
Just to quit.
I am.
Okay, I just wanted to check.
Yeah.
Look, we've got a good case history in this town. Things are getting handled, all right?
What about all the problems with the Kenku from the south?
The Kenku haven't come up to the city. That's all I care about.
That's not
I'm
true.
not foreign relations.
Like, patently untrue.
And also,
Kenku comes
yes,
in.
your town guard, your foreign relations. We don't have another foreign relations committee.
The entire town is technically foreign territory, so that falls into your jurisdiction.
Yeah.
I've
Also
seen
not
a few-
protecting, also not the affairs of the mayor. The mayor's life has been getting threatened regularly for this Kenku thing. That is
What?
entirely your job.
What are you talking about? Wait, hold on.
Yeah, what do you think they were extorting him with?
Extorting?
What?
Hold on,
Yeah.
back up. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, no.
We saved his
Man,
life a
we'll-
couple of hours ago.
Man, we'll work through we'll look for him. We'll figure something out. Hold on now. What's going on?
All right. As he claps his hands together, as he says, "If you must know," as he pulls out like like his little notepad or something, and licks his pencil and like starts like writing things out as if he's like an internal affairs officer.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use that as intimidation.
Sure.
Is that all right? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Up. My dice is going in slow motion. It's coming down.
That's been everything.
Here comes-
for me,
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I noticed it's like
18.
black. Oh, nice.
Cool. So with my intimidation, that is 28. As he says,
Okay, yeah.
given
I was
the
gonna say, like,
given what
18
I've
does
been-
not cut it. It's like, no, 28 does, though.
Yeah, as he looks down, it's like, look at you. I doubt that any of the goings on in the town has actually been of any significant attention to you. What with your tan lines and your beer belly and your the crumbs of encrusted upon your cheeks, I imagine you've had more intimacy with the bonfire for your meals than you have actually trying to make sure that this place has been safe. Well, I have half a mind to report you to your superior officer.
But he was fucking the fire.
You had him up to
Flicker
there,
link.
but that one makes him smirk. The superior officer part is where he actually smirks.
Yeah. Makes sense.
All right, well, come on, let's go. He's just he looks at his stuff, picks up some of it, and starts walking entirely shirtless up the town and just fully expecting you to follow.
All right,
So
let's.
So
I
we could
guess
throw him
follow.
into the ocean. No one would know.
As he sits there for a brief second as he turns over and looks at the rest of the party. Do sheriffs not have superior officers?
No.
No.
He is the captain of the guard, so the
He-
only people
he
he
is-
would answer to is the mayor directly and
Mhm.
possibly the quartermaster to some extent.
I thought you knew this.
I mean,
He's
By nature, the
essentially only he's essentially the top of the military chain of command for all of Landfall.
by nature, the mayor would be technically his superior officer in this exchange, or at the very least the quartermaster. I don't think that what I said was entirely out of line. Or was that just
Mayor
not
is
proper
also
verbiage here?
It
Mayor's a
needed a
civilian
little-
authority,
it
not a
needed
superior
little-
officer.
Yeah, the
So,
mayor
like,
is a little
sorry,
bit
all of you were
spineless.
talking all at once.
Yeah,
Say
yeah,
that
this
again.
one.
Hi.
Could you say that again? Because all of you were talking over each other.
Yeah, Flicker just said, yeah, just needed slight word adjustment on the last one.
feel like that is by design with Rodelac here.
Well, that's the only thing Flicker can comment on that.
He walks across the entirety of the city, all the way to the in fact, yes, the quartermaster's hut. Are you gonna chat along the way, or are you just going to follow with and chat when you're there?
Yeah, I figured we followed him, and that chat happened when we were following him.
Fair. Alright, he opens the door, holds it open for you. Would the quartermaster ever have a name, by the way?
That wasn't my character to design.
The former adventurer who was sassy but focused, with terrible bookkeeping.
I don't I don't even think we came up with the one for my turtle one. Scottish turtle.
Alright, his name is now
No,
Cledby. I've decided.
Cladby?
Cled.
Perfect name.
For who? The turtle or the quartermaster?
Quartermaster.
Okay,
The captain walks in, says, "Hey, Cled," and just sort of gets a in response, and walks over to a desk in there, that's along the back wall, and gestures to two chairs that are in front of it, and just sort of gestures, looks up at the number of you, shrugs, and pulls out a piece of paper. All right, so tell me what happened.
Are you
Are
this?
you asking me, or are you asking the quartermaster out of character?
Oh, no. He just waved the quartermaster because they share an office. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like we are now reporting to the superior officer, which is the same guy. He's just sitting
Exactly.
at his desk now.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Out of character, should I just lean in on this thing? It's like I have. I would like to report a complaint about the captain of the guard that. just
I mean-
continuing on with that complaint as if like nothing has changed.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, good.
Entirely
As long as I understand who we're talking about.
I mean, entirely up to you if you want to take that path.
No. I just... All right, so I am going to use my academia check to have a written report of all of the things and affairs that we have been dealing with to get him up to speed about all the stuff that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing as that he's clearly not familiar with some of the bigger bits that have been coming up, and that we are in need to organize a coalition for like a defensive guard because there will be Kenku approaching imminently. I shall roll my academia now, and the die is not moving. Oh, wait, there it goes. Boop, boop. Okay, it's going to take a minute or two. Okay, that is a 19.
Nice.
The
And with
anticipation.
my academia, that is a 24.
All right.
Or sorry. No, 34. 34. My mistake.
I was gonna say 24 sounds
That-
low for your academia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You give a flawless report. Anybody would be just proud to read it. It is detailed, it is crisp, it is concise. And he writes all of it down diligently, looks up at you when you're all done, and says, "Well, I'm not really sure what you want me to do about it, but I can certainly try to get some more fortifications. Could try to get some builders to make some palisades if you think it's going to be like a frontal assault. Well, they fly though, so probably not." Huh.
I was gonna say palisades might not be as useful here.
They do use ground troops, skeletons.
Oh yeah, that's right, the skeletons. That is correct.
Huh. Really?
We've been discussing with a couple of the other people here that would have a vested interest in maintaining the peace and security of this town and to keep your beach bird tourist free.
Yeah.
He kind of flutters his eyes a little bit when he says that, just to be just a little bit snarky.
Just a tiny bit of sass for flavor.
And what do you call it? But I believe that it would be important that you might want to discuss this with them a little bit, at least to get the vestments in working order.
Wait, vestments?
What the hell?
Hmm?
Hold on.
What do you mean
Sorry,
vestments? Sorry, you left me on that one.
the defenses.
Oh, that makes
Like,
more
you know,
sense.
the ramparts, the
Okay.
the getting the official attire ready for you to be able to, pull up your britches and come forward and tell them of the of what needs to be done. Be a captain of the guard, man.
Oh, I was thinking
Yeah.
like the town's closed, like the fences of the town's closed.
But yeah, honestly, like, things are pretty peaceful around here. We've got a couple of, like, thefts and whatnot, but nothing major. And, like I said, most of the missing persons just went off to live with the Gripply. I think I know the person,
And
her
the
husband,
ones
though.
that weren't,
Looks kind of like you. Hmm?
and the ones that weren't.
Ones that weren't probably went to the ruins out down south and got themselves ended.
And I assume you have a report in regards to each of these that would have been able to come as a case closed, or am I correctly spying that your filing cabinet for such cases is not in your main office at this time?
The ones that we could find, we filled out reports for. The ones that we couldn't, we couldn't. If someone wants to
not
go
exactly
get their
how-
full selves walk in a dungeon trap, that's on them. If someone wants to get themselves walk into a goblin camp, that's on them. If someone wants to get themselves out living with the Gripply instead of here, I mean, that's troublesome, but that's on them. I don't buy this whole kidnapping thing, and I don't think you should either.
Oh, you don't buy the kidnapping thing? Well, then I assume that you've got plenty of evidence proving the contrary of that. Or do you want to wait until we have even more disappearances coming up?
Look, my evidence is the way that this town works, and I've been here longer than you have, and I know it better than you do. My evidence is this.
History check. I'm pretty sure we got here at the same time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a 12.
A lot of
I
Lawnfell
don't
was
know
already
that-
constructed and built. I mean, I'm not. This isn't anything you have to roll for. This is just a
Okay,
memory.
okay.
This is just a. I'm not. It's one of those things where, like, because your character is in the world, they're gonna have a better memory of things that are in the world than the players who play once every other week.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna make you roll for that because your character would know this. Like
Okay.
the dice are immaterial for that. But much of the town was established when you got here, and that's not an unreasonable thing to say. You've been here for what, a month and a half? The town's been here for the sunny side of a year, if not two.
All right then. Well, at the very least, I have a decent counter to his argument.
Mm-hmm.
Look,
Did
in the affairs of the cartography stone, in the last year that you've had, we've managed to expand its coverage by at least tenfold.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Surely you
You
should
adva-
understand that Surely you should understand that as we start expanding on the territory, we're going to be encountering new anomalies, new strange happenstances, and by extension, new organizations that are going to be invested in either our success or our downfall. The more people are going to be aware of this kind of thing, the more that your responsibilities are going to expand. It's just a matter of foreign affairs, even though that this is still the tip of the spear on an adventuring expedition.
Look, foreign affairs are your job as adventurers. Local affairs are mine. I'm the one who makes sure that people get home from the bar when they collapse in the street. I'm the one who makes sure that the things get picked up when one of the kids knocks over a stall. I'm the one that makes sure that no one's stealing crops outside of their dues or lifting things off of the quartermaster. When it comes to things from outside that you're talking about, that's the adventurer's work. That's the mayor's work. That's your job.
I see. And when you get, who would I have to speak to if, say, would I have to speak to the dockmaster if I had to come in with reports of a storm coming, or do I have to go find someone else for this kind of thing? Because if an adventuring party is coming in here saying there is a potential group of Kenku that might be kidnapping members of this town, do I speak to you, or do I speak to someone who's interested in actually making sure that the people are safe?
I'll get my men equipped with bows, and we can start building some better fences. That's what I can do.
Soba clears her throat, and she goes, "So you know that stupid birds are necromancers, yes?"
Huh?
Was that an uh-huh, or was that a huh?
That was a huh?
Huh?
Soba shakes her head. She's just like, "You claim that you defend this place, but you do not even know your enemy. Stupid birds could turn your own dead against you. Soba had to trap the graveyard. The fact that you did not have ways to prevent necromancers from taking advantage of your own dead proves that you are unfit for position."
My position is to make sure that things in the town are running smoothly. You're come and talk to me about all these strange things coming in from the outside? That's not what I'm here for. I know my job. I know what I'm doing.
And what is your job if somebody comes and decides to use your own dead against you? Sorry, Spring.
So things that interrupt the smooth flow of things in town are not your purview. Have I got that correct?
Look, I've got like a dozen guards, and we're doing our best to make sure things run smoothly here. If you have content and tell me there's an existential threat of an army at our gates, that sucks, and that's real bad. I'll talk to the mayor and see what we can do to shore up actual military defenses, but I'm not a military man.
Well, that's why we're going to be we've been trying to take a couple of extra precautions and be able to make sure that you have what you need at your disposal to be coming to a defense. You've already got two groups, and you've already got 2 to 3 groups that would be willing to come to our aid, but we'll need to at least form up a form of militia. These are extenuating circumstances beyond just a local pickpocket. And if you're at the very least willing to discuss with a couple of people who have experience with the territory surrounding, as well as, getting their hands a little dirty in a more of a militant regard, at the very least you should be at the table with them. I'm going to roll persuasion.
Go for it. Roll it.
That is a 10 with my persuasion of, diplomacy. So 22.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, alright. I'll talk to the mayor, we'll draft a proposal. Might need to conscript a few people. The ship's in the harbor for another day or two. Maybe we can get some extra wood off it. Yeah, it's fine.
I'm going to leave behind one last report or whatever of some of the organizations beyond just like the Adventurers Guild that would be probably interested in having a conversation about the defense of the town, like you know, the goblins, the kobolds, and even the gripply.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Chad. Do we have enough wood stockpile to build a fence around this place? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we'll see what we can do. I'll bring this over to the laborers and talk to the mayor, get things sorted out. Thank you kindly for bringing this to our attention. Are we done here?
One can hope, but thank you.
Yeah.
As we start to walk out for a little bit, there's a moment where just Rodelax signs and goes, "Does anybody think to tell the captain of the guard that Kenku can fly?"
Can you repeat that?
I said, did anybody in this town care to remind the captain of the guard that the Kenku can fly?
We did come to the conclusion that the Kenku would still be using their very much so grounded skeletons.
Yeah.
Aren't we on a burial ground?
Yes.
I feel like
Yeah, but those take a little while to get up.
I feel like the fences are going to not really do much so much as having enough people to play whack-a-mole.
I mean, remember that's why Soba's been booby trapping every grave she finds.
Well, some of them might be outside of the fence when they come out. So, you know.
It means that they can't raise an army and then bring it here as easily, instead of having to raise one here. That brings that by the time.
Yeah, we just bonk them when they come out.
As you walk out, I presume you're headed out now, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was like at the door and on the step,
Yeah.
basically.
Just outside, you see the woman from before, sort of pacing nervously.
I guess we'll go talk to her now.
Hello.
Hello? Can you help me?
Well, good news. The captain of the guard has explicitly expressed an enthusiastic enthusiastically given us the responsibility to help look into what had happened to your situation. So would you mind telling me a little bit about this fox fellow that has gone missing?
Yes. His name's Asunti. He has a similar build to yours, but different markings. Very different. But he's gone missing. Give me perception checks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was actually gonna ask, do we potentially remember seeing someone like that?
That is a 2. I got an 11.
Nat 20. Ooh, you know, here's my explanation for that nat 20. You remember when
let me cook. Let me cook.
Okay. Okay.
Just waiting for everyone to roll it out.
Sorry.
Or so we not want to.
No, sorry, it's just fireworks outside. I'm not a big fan.
Ah.
That's a 2
Okay.
anyway.
I keep getting disconnected from Steam if you want to roll for me.
If someone wants to roll for Bullen Guy.
I'll hit mine. Like, all the way down the table here. Here we go. It was a
Okay.
10.
You're at what, +8 on that? Something? Okay, so...
Yeah, that sounds... 9.
I have a plus
Oh, yeah, 9,
11
okay.
on my 13, but like...
Cece and Cass, you do recognize the description. You've seen them around town. They're not really, they don't really stand out. beyond the fact that they are a kitsune, which is not a terribly common race, especially out here, but outside of that, they've just been a fairly normal villager. GD,
Yeah.
not only do you know this, but you recognize something else. The half elf that you're speaking with is with child.
I just like the fact. I just like, it kind of makes sense that I noticed that, given the fact that I have medical knowledge.
Yeah, you have the medical knowledge, and then like, it's subtle enough, and like, and she might not know, but you can like recognize some of the half elf specific whatever, however you want to like fantasy world logic that out,
Yeah. So he's just of course being Flicker. He's just gonna blurt it out. Is he the father?
She blushes, puts both of her hands over her face, and nods.
Oh, that'll explain it then.
We've been trying for several months. This would be one of the first children born on the new land. He was really excited for it.
Oh yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
So does he normally come home late? Does he normally come home late after drinking?
Not terribly. I mean, late, sure, but he's never not come home before. I know he hasn't gone away. It wouldn't make any sense. He's not the kind of person who would do that.
What does he do in town exactly?
He's
Is he
a carpenter.
Farmer? Has there been anyone with some ill will towards him lately?
No, nobody. No one. It doesn't make sense, and
Mind if we I assume when he goes drinking, he's drinking at the Turtles Tavern?
yes, and our house is one of the commons nearby it. He was going to build us our own place, our own individual standalone building.
It might be worth investigating. We would also have to ask to see his carpentry workshop. Maybe there's some hints there, potentially.
Yes, of course.
Just like...
And she starts walking across Knife Point.
I
And
say
you
we
mentioned
follow.
it was last night that he didn't come home, correct? So he's been
That's-
gone for a day now?
it was. No, I
That's
think it was
correct.
2 days ago. Oh,
Was it?
I could have sworn
Oh,
I could have.
last night, because this is happening before the date ended. I had originally assumed this was gonna this part of the story line was gonna happen in the next morning, but this is still the night. This is still that night. So yeah, the night before.
Okay. I say the following: we go investigate the tavern, and then Flicker, because
Please.
Flicker really.
I don't have much, but I can muster a reward so it can be a quest. That's how the adventurers work. We have some saved away.
Oh, that's quite all right. It is a Dragon Knight's honor to help those in need. The only reward being in gratefulness and some money if they can afford it.
And just for referencing, tavern, her home, and carpentry shop.
Okay, that's the carpenter shop. Okay. some reason, I thought this was it.
That's the fish.
Oh, did you rename that, or I just thought that was the building like generic designator. When
Yeah, no,
picked it.
I've renamed almost everything in the town to be accurate. That was one of the first things
Oh.
I did after you gave me the map.
Ah, okay. I don't think I ever noticed that. I just thought like that was like some of the, you know.
I mean, a lot of things are anything that isn't named has not become plot relevant.
'Cause I think I might have imagined this as the carpenter because of the.
You know what?
tools and
Sure,
stuff.
that's fine. Okay, I won't even have some woodworking. You know what? Perfect. Okay.
All right. Anyways, yeah. Let's ask around the tavern, and then go visit. If we don't get anything, go visit the carpentry shop in the morning because Flicker needs some rest, man.
I still thought you were going to say sawdust.
I mean, I'm sure he needs sawdust for wounds and such.
People around the tavern do recognize the description. I'm assuming you're just going to, go in and ask people then?
Yeah. I think people know us by now.
Mm-hmm.
And presumably he's a regular, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see here. Liv, can you roll me luck? Or d20.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
What?
16.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
You see, in exactly the table you expect them to be at, Sarthius is there with a couple of other companions in the corner of the bar that looks like they actually snuffed out one of the overhead lights so that to make sure that it was the darkest corner of the bar.
Oh, Scoba hates these people.
I'm just imagining that one video where it's Geralt and the guy from Lord of the Rings, because I'm stupid, I'm forgetting the name.
Strider?
They're no. It was the guy with the long hair.
Aragorn?
Aragorn, yeah.
Also named Strider?
I didn't know. It sounded familiar.
Nerd shame. The worst kind of shame.
Surely it's the worst kind of shame. Because the name was familiar, but it's like there's so many names like that. I'm like, is that him?
Whirlwind slam dunked on him right on.
I think the only way to go even lower on that one is for a Sonic the Hedgehog fan to mansplain to you the Archie universe.
Oh my god.
Alright, so this guy named Ken Penders and no. No.
Just saying his name can summon him.
Jade, please tell me. Jade, please tell me you've seen it. Please tell me you've seen the Ken Penders book that just dropped on
I'm aware of it. I've not seen it. I'm aware of it. I'm conscious
that
of
was a
it.
recent thing? Oh boy.
Mr. President, a second Knuckles breastfeeding picture has hit the internet.
Whoa, wait.
All right, we're waiting.
He's allowed to make a new one? What?
No, so it's not Knuckles. It's legally distinct Knuckles.
Oh,
No,
okay.
actually, no. There's more than that. There's more to it than that. Because his words that he has officially posted on the internet are because Sega has never contacted him with legal action. That means that he owns it, the IP, and that he is allowed to make new Sonic cartoons in the United States.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow.
That's that's where we are.
That's not
Anyways,
how it
that's
works.
not the discussion that we want to be. I desperately want to have this discussion, but not right now. Okay.
Not
Yeah, no, right now.
I just needed quick clarification of the fact that he was allowed to make.
No, yeah,
Okay.
it's like a thing.
But yeah,
Okay, so I say we all go to bed for the night so we can have this conversation.
Oh no! Wait. Oh no! Wait. First, we need to like. I think we. Let's clear up. I don't think we gotta. Before we got like massively distracted there, did we even get an answer to? Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, I remember what I was being. What I wanted to finish is like where Aragorn and Geralt were in the same corner, and they were just brooding in the corner, but it was the only table available. So they're like, and it was a corner table, so it's very small. That's what I imagined. Anyway,
Basically.
let's continue on because I had to finish that.
Anyway, he's sitting there drinking with two other people.
Hello, brooding friends.
Oh, hey! Here's the guys I was telling you about. The two other people look up and sort of like their eyes go wide for a moment, and then and then they just sort of glance down back in directly into their ale.
We were wondering if you could maybe help assist us. We are among many things currently. We are working on a missing persons case. Have you seen someone the likes of? He points to Rodelac, of our friend here, but with a black gem on his forehead.
Definitely not, and we were not going to kidnap you.
We
This-
didn't
the person,
mention anything about kidnapping.
the person who says this immediately
That's a lot of
takes an elbow.
volunteered information.
Soba prepares rock.
This person immediately takes a solid elbow to the gut. What was that for?
We're giving the game away.
Sarthius, would you like to explain?
Well, we were talking about it. No, that's the guard captain. Well, we were talking about it, and we're not gonna kidnap you. That was like that was the original plan, right? We talked about that the other earlier.
You cut out
And-
very briefly.
We were talking about it earlier, and they were kind of saying that we weren't going to kidnap you unless you walked up to us and gave us the opportunity, which kind of looks like you're just doing. But we're going to do it because Helisan looks at the sheer number of you and up at Soba, because it seems like you're nice people. You're nice peoples, eh?
Could not lift Soba.
Yes, I would agree with you. I mean, look at Soba. Soba's niceness is packed very densely in their biceps.
Soba
Right,
gives
Soba?
very good hugs.
And triceps.
I'm teeing you up for an intimidation roll.
Yeah. Soba leans in. Soba gives very, very good hugs.
Look at how nice those look.
And in her triceps.
Just oozing benevolence. Surely.
So that's a 14 plus whatever bonus that gives me, if any.
I
The
think
altruism is practically pungent.
Oh yeah, real nice peoples, you all. Mm-hmm. But yeah, this is 3 of the group we had.
So, by coincidental happenstance, we were here looking into a missing persons case.
Huh, fancy that. Well, it ain't us. We've been here all night.
Mm-hmm.
And what about yesterday?
We were here yesterday too.
You have drinking problem.
Yes, absolutely. Here every night, every
You know what
day.
I'm gonna do? You know what I'm
Can
gonna
anyone
do? I if you don't mind, do you want to go first, Flicker, or do you want me to?
I'll have Flicker go first on this one, just because
Oh,
sound like you're teed up.
Just a quick. Can anyone collaborate that you were here?
Corroborate.
Corroborate.
Corroborate, yes. That is the word I was.
Yeah, we can collaborate each other. We can collaborate at corroborating.
I don't think that's how that works.
I could. All right, I'm gonna try something. If you would let me, Jade, I'm going to attempt to fast talk to get the more Weasley one to slip up again. I'm going to subtly imply that surely they've gotten a lot done from here, their point of operation, and of course, if they were able to organize all of this stuff, they must have had like some incredible like astral projection ability or something like that. Surely they don't have other people working with them or organizing this sort of thing. Like this would just be something, localized entirely to them, obviously, because they wouldn't be competent enough otherwise if they were just trying to do it all themselves. They'd have to be really smart and have like this really well organized with call-outs and code words and such.
And they need to be very
What I'm going to do is I'm going to have you roll it, and then I'm going to have you roleplay it once I know what direction the roll goes.
Say that again.
I'm going to have you roll the check, and then I'm going to have you roleplay the fast talk back and forth with me once I know what what the check looks like.
Oh boy! All right.
Unless you don't want it, that's valid.
It's not that I don't. It's not that I don't want to. It's that I as a person in real life am not that great at fast talking.
Okay, no, we can skip it then. That's fine. Just give me the roll then.
Because like you'll hear me like stutter and mutter the whole time as I try to come up with words and end up using a vocabulary word that is not remotely what it's supposed to mean, but it's where my brain latched onto because I'm an idiot.
Not an idiot.
Sometimes this game. All right, so that is a 20.
Okay.
Is this in relation to my investigation? If it is, I got a 21.
Okay. Well, 20 was what I was looking for, so we can work with this. Right. Well, they like to fast talk too, so they respond pretty quickly, and yeah, they let slip that their original plan. Okay, so the group of them, the two of them, were going to nab you if they saw a free opportunity, but otherwise weren't going to bother. And you've already heard from Sarthius before, where he was mostly just trying to get away from the old world. And there are two people who are not here in the party.
Yeah,
So they went off.
You probably make the observation of who those two are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
You were speaking...
Because right now I'm speaking to who again?
Fishier and Herb. And Decidi and Bluin are not here.
And here, I'm trying to find the notes that I had written out.
Mm-hmm.
All the memes got in the way.
Decidi was the
There we
one
go.
who was considered a threat.
Decidi and Bluin, you said?
Yep, they are not here.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, yeah, but if it was a matter of if you did end up wanting to kidnap, I imagine you'd probably want somebody more than capable for handling that kind of thing. Say the city, for example. I mean, obviously, if they'd be here, they'd be able to corroborate with how not kidnapping that you'd be doing.
Oh yeah, they just cut out the other day though.
Cut out the other day. Why is that?
Well, you see, last week though, Bluin was all like, "Hey, I'm gonna kip out and live with the Gripply. They seem like they're pretty cool. They got things figured out over there." And so he just buggered off, sent a letter, said, "Hey, things are real nice here. They don't have good booze, but everything else is good. Well, they got good booze here, so we're staying here for now." And then the other day, Decidi says, "Hey, I'm out of here." and then just vanishes. I figured he went out to the same place.
Oh, they didn't say why?
No, it was last night for
but-
City. Bluin has been gone for a week now.
Well, the kidnappings are certainly if the kidnappings are happening and you're not the ones doing it, what do you think?
It sounds like they found a better life.
Mm-hmm. What time of night did you say that Decity had left us?
You know, he didn't even stay to drink. He just
Didn't
came
even
by,
stay to
talked
drink.
for a little bit, and then head out. I figured he had to go do some packing, so I didn't think much of it.
Okay, sorry. I need a quick second. Could somebody tap in for me? I need to check something.
Okay, just so I'm like, unless somebody else wants to.
To clarify and recap, Sarthius last time we spoke had a really good heart-to-heart with both Flicker and Rodelac about how they initially were just going to try to scare him, but didn't really care about anything. They came here to escape basically bounties that they had in the old world. Fisher, the fast talker here, him and Herb, they were gonna nab you, or they were going to nab Rodelac if they saw a golden opportunity, but they weren't gonna sweat it otherwise. And basically, if it was a free if you fell into their laps, they were gonna grab you, and that was it. Bluin talked about heading out to the Gripply lands to start a new life over there because he likes how they have their society organized. And last night, the city said that he's going to be getting out of this place, and left before even starting to drink, before even having too much to drink.
Sorry about that. I'm back. I
Do you
just
think
had
that
a.
maybe Decidi grabbed the wrong Kitsune by mistake?
That is entirely possible.
That is entirely possible. Yeah.
Now I've got a small question. Should there be a if you ended up getting your hands on me, what would be your next step?
Toss you up, put you on the ship, collect a king's bounty.
All right then. Well, you've been a great help. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries.
As he gets up to start to leave, he looks over the rest of the group. He's like, these kidnappers are very polite and very accommodating.
We will arrest them.
Honestly,
We will deal with them
I
later.
almost forgot entirely that they had been discussing kidnapping you up until the end of this conversation.
Yeah.
Uh,
Strange that.
Once we're away from them, Flicker just goes, we will arrest them later.
So, I think the next course of action is fairly clear then, right?
Can we please take a nap? I've been on my feet all day and I still haven't gotten rid of the sun.
It's probably better to check before the ship sails off in the morning. Wouldn't you think?
Or, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay.
I
if we
I
get
don't
in
know
the-
their
but if we
schedule
get-
and when they plan to disembark, when they plan to
But-
embark, but
But if we get in a fight, Soba's taking over my half of the fighting.
That's true. You're still at a single-digit health.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay with you, Soba?
Yeah, it's fine with me. But
she had to step away. I think she's still AFK.
right.
Oh, she's AFK. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I imagine she would still say yes, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't wish to intrude on what her character might do. It's just it feels like
It's the kind of thing
a
that
fair-
they'd be all for.
Yeah, that's a very sober way to go.
Yeah, I just wanted to make that Flicker just wanted to make that very clear. He is not in the best of fighting shape right now.
Mm-hmm.
Flicker is not down to clown.
No.
Well, I mean, he's down to clown. He just has to be sure that you guys are aware. You're gonna have to do his. There's a good chance you're gonna have to do his part of the fighting. Anyway, let us go and investigato.
You gonna head to the Hyacinth then, or are you going to, like?
Yeah, I'd say.
Or I should say, head to the docks. That is. You arrive at the docks. The Hyacinth is in port, and more or less, things are wrapping up for the day here. There's a few people of various races, mostly Gripply, who are still the dock workers, moving stuff around. But it looks like it's mostly tightening things down and getting ready to set sail in the tomorrow afternoon. There is a guard at the in front of the pardon me, in front of the pier.
As there should be.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
What I miss?
You agreed to take on my share of the fighting, in case.
Oh,
the fight
well,
breaks out.
I mean, Soba always do fight.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just needed to make that clear on you.
We have the suspicion that we know that the missing Kitsune has been captured and is on the boat in a mistaken identity situation.
Oh no, they were trying to get reverse.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the name? What's the name of like
Rodelac?
anti-Rodelac? What's anti-Rodalac's name?
It's Rodelac.
Calidor.
Calidor. Oh no, they were trying to get anti-Calidor.
State your business.
Okay.
We are here to inspect the ship
Yep.
on behalf of the captain of the guard.
You're gonna have to do something better than that.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was going to believe that book.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a lie.
Look, Captain wouldn't
captain of
scratch
the
his own
guard
ass
was
unless
not
someone
interested.
lit him up for it.
Yeah,
Well,
but
Captain
we'll
of the
do
Guard
that.
was uninterested
Well-
in the missing persons case, and we're pursuing the missing persons case. We have
Look at
reason
it.
to suspect that the person who was captured or kidnapped is on the boat and maybe getting smuggled back to the old world.
Why would they do that? Whatever.
They confused
Well-
him. They confused him for him as he points to Rodelac.
I haven't seen any of your kind around here lately.
That would be a first. I mean, honestly, there's not many of my kind in this area in general.
They can turn into people.
His tone doesn't like immediately make you, cringe, but at the same time, you've heard that phrasing before by people who do,
Cringe.
your kind.
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I figured.
Look. Look, Indus is getting things all backed up around here. If he doesn't want you on the ship, then that's up to him. Hey, he stops one of the dock workers. Go grab Indus. Tell him there's some people here who want a board. Want a board? It's like we're just wrapping up for the day. Yeah, I know. He scampers off. The guard, who doesn't really have, pardon me, who doesn't really have a much of a weapon on him, just stands there and just says, "Well, wait here until he gets back." Will you be waiting politely, or?
Well,
It's easy
going
to just wait
to-
politely.
I'll do a perception roll to see if there's something, if I have reason to be concerned.
sure.
Okay.
That is a 14, so 23.
No, you don't have any reason to be concerned with this guard or the dock.
All right.
There doesn't seem
Well, I'll
anything untoward here. A few minutes later, Indus comes down, who is the same captain that was, who is the captain of the Hyacinth, I simply should say. Hey, it's you guys.
Yep, it's
What
us.
fares? Last I heard, you all went gallivanting off into the wilderness. It looks like that went well for you.
That's right.
Cool, quite a bit. We're here to investigate a missing persons case. We believe they might be on board your ship without your knowledge.
Well, I can tell you very little goes on board my ship without my knowledge. But you bailed us out on the seas last time, so I trust you. Go ahead.
Thank
He
you.
starts walking back down, and the guard just simply lets you pass. He goes, "If anyone gives you trouble, just tell them you're here on my orders."
Thank you, Captain.
And do.
And no sifting through any of the crates or barrels. Everything's already starting to get lashed down, alright?
We will attempt not to, but there's a
Yeah. Do better than
chance
tempt.
there might be a chance. We cannot exclude the chance that the victim could be inside one of them as camouflage.
If you start unlashing every single crate, we're gonna have some words.
We
Soba's
will attempt to keep it at a minimum.
open, looking through her pack, where she said, "Can Soba have more pickles?"
Yeah, sure. We have enough for the return
yes.
trip. 4 deck, lot 3.
She kind of waits around. Oh, thank goodness, Soba's running out of medicine and pickle juice.
Medicinal pickle juice. Okay.
Is there another kind?
We're not gonna ask about the medicinal pickle juice.
I mean, pickle juice is
Anyway.
basically HRT medicine. I will not elaborate at this time.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it is also antibacterial. So
Oh, really?
yeah, no. That's why whenever Soba does natural healing, I say it smells like pickle juice because she just has a big jar of pickle brine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it actually...
Yeah.
Anyway,
In a pinch, you can
Does
use
it
it to
help
disinfect the wound.
I say we investigate like the cabins first, just in case, and then we'll go down to the cargo.
Yeah.
The thing with the Hyacinth is that it's a very well-run ship. Everybody knows where they need to be and what they need to do. So the presence of people who are neither, here to do, nor ready to stow, is a mild annoyance by most of the crew. So none of the crew is like... they're too busy to... The crew that's still on staff are too busy to actively help you, and are mostly just sort of giving you side eyes. Nothing aggressive or inflammatory, though.
Ooh.
The side eyes are noted and ignored.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We got a person to find.
More or less,
did
it's
we
these.
I was gonna ask, did we get anything of the victims?
You did not.
No.
Crap, that would have been a smart idea.
Yeah, you guys skipped
I
the
mean-
carpenter.
Yeah, we. Yeah. I mean, I mean, granted, we wanted to make sure that like the ship doesn't go away, so we beelined it right to the ship rather than visiting the carpentry.
Yeah,
That was my impression of the action, anyway.
Yeah, no, that's fine. It's just I realized displacer beasts have good noses, right? I have
Displacer-
that. I have that leash that can teleport it to us. We could have used it to track it by scent.
Displacer beast would not be very happy. You would know that dragging a displacer beast not only into a populated city, but
We didn't do it. Yeah,
onto a pier with water around. Bad
Yeah,
plan.
that's fair. That's fair.
So we're doing this. What's the worst that could happen?
No, I mean, we don't have anything to track it with anyway, so that's right. It's just next time we get into a fight that's not in a city, like I could just teleport the displacer beast to me because I put the leash on it. Remember, not the leash, the collar on it.
And asking the Kitsune to track would be super racist.
Soba withdraws her second idea.
Okay, but isn't the Kitsune's job tracking things?
Yes, but that's not the point.
Fluffy one, if you were to be kidnapped, where would you be?
That is an excellent question.
You
what
know,
I'm going to do. I'm going to use my imagination here.
Sova,
Don't hurt yourself.
Sova, while he's doing that, I have an idea. Let's kidnap him.
Yes, help him get into idea. Yes. Already has a balaclava on.
Can I just say a quick joke? Like the idea that like Flickr immediately has like a weirdly specific scenario for this that he just describes immediately, in detail. Like
You know what?
what? Yeah.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to. I have a perfect idea. So here's what I'm going to do. I walk over to Soba and I say, I need you to pick me up.
Soba does, but it's like picking up a cat.
Like putting me like over like the shoulder or whatever, and I'm going to roll a stealth roll to discern where they might end up putting me. I want you, and I look over to Soba and I go, I want you to walk up to the captain of the ship and say, Fluffy one got away, where do I put him?
Soba will do it. And she'll just put him over, and then it's just a Fluffy one escape. Where do we put?
You're asking Idris?
Do I need to roll stealth for this, or should I?
Hold on, you're asking Indus?
Whoever
The
is
captain?
whoever is like dealing with the yeah, I guess.
The one who you just talked to on the docks who recognized you instantaneously?
Okay.
That's the captain.
Okay, hang on. Soba has better idea.
go for
Soba
it.
goes
You
up and
saved
is like,
the ship from a kraken. He recognized you.
no. Hold on. So Soba does it. Goes over to the captain and goes, so if Soba were to, in theory, be kidnapping someone, hypothetically, where would be best place on the ship to put something roughly this big?
With generally this kind of face.
Yes.
Persuasion roll.
I love
Like-
the idea of Rodalek also chiming in, still slung over Silva's shoulder.
Yeah. In professional boat person opinion, if was kidnapping person roughly size and shape of this, where would put?
Well, we checked all the boxes that came in, so I wouldn't expect him to be in any sort of crate. I mean, look, we did build some more cabins on the bottom, on the mid decks rather. That can for more passenger fare, a little bit nicer than the bunks that you got when you first came out. But we do have passengers in them, and I don't want them being disturbed.
probably very non-disturbing.
Did you happen to take a... did you happen to take record of the names of everyone that you took on board?
Of course.
Not to ask you for the personal information of everyone, but was Dissidy a member of those passengers?
You know what? Let me.
And, like, I suppose, like, delivering the description of Dissidy as well, because...
Mm-hmm. All right. Cosp, pick a race.
A race.
D&D race.
Orc.
Okay.
Orc. Yeah.
All right. The city is a half orc. And
Okay.
Well, not by that name. There was a half orc floating around here, but I didn't think much of it.
Did they happen to have any heavy luggage or something, perhaps?
Not that I saw. I was more focused on fastening things down above deck so that we can make it through the fog well.
Perhaps a Rotolac-shaped bag.
Look, my biggest fear is going through that fog wall because we can't use magic to stabilize the ship if things get choppy there.
Dangerous.
You know that.
No, I get
Yeah.
that. That's fine. It's perfectly understandable. But we just don't want to have people that have no reason to go through it need to go through it.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
you know.
Do you want me to rouse up everyone who has bunk then? They're not going to be happy, and there's some decent paying customers. Not like nobility or nothing,
No,
but
no,
like...
no. We'll just take a quick look. That's all.
Yeah. So that's good. Try to wrap up before dusk. That's what we're trying to do.
We'll do everything in our power.
Yeah. We'll be
All right.
the very definition of discreet.
Whatever
Right, Sova?
that is.
Perfect.
Just
Yeah. You bored then? Or I guess this is up on deck that you say this, rather.
Yeah, I thought this was
Yeah.
like on the ship the whole time.
Yeah. Where on the ship are you going to head? There's the holds. There's the mess hall, which you have to go through to get to the living quarters area, as well as the stuff on the top deck.
I guess the living quarters first.
Okay. You do have to walk through the mess, which is somewhat populated. And past that leads to the living quarters. There are 10 doors, 2 on each side. Before there was not this many doors, and there was 4 doors, 2 on each side, and then the entire rest of the length were cots. Was all cot sleeping, which is what you had been forced to sleep in.
Okay,
But it looks
so
like that's
they're
been
trying-
refined for a couple of staterooms.
Okay.
I mean, do we all like investigate to, quickly check?
I mean, the keystone there is the descriptions, right? Like, if you say, I will investigate and will investigate, you're not going to get a lot out of it. But tell me
I mean,
why
what
and
I
how.
What I would probably want to do is I would probably walk in here. I've been in these quarters before, correct? Like I've been down in this hold before because this is
Yes,
the same
you
ship
were in
that
the
we got in on?
you were in the hold before these were all staterooms, when it was more of a bulk crew seating, crew sleeping area.
Then I would like to use That's Odd and see if I can find scratch marks or any kind of drag scuffs or anything along the lines of that to indicate any kind of struggle or at the very least dragging a limp body.
Don't worry, in this case, probably easier to find would be like lost fur.
That too. But that
Go
odd
ahead.
That's Odd would allow me to discern anything strange about this room since the last time I was in here.
Yeah. Roll me perception then.
Okay.
And how good is your Kitsune nose?
Assume of reasonable rapport. Well, that is a 15. Well, 16 since it's in relation to the investigation.
Does anybody else have good olfactory senses?
Hmm.
Not particularly.
Well, I'm not sure.
Not particularly, but
I'm not sure if a dragon would have them.
I'm looking at Soba.
I mean, oh yeah, I did establish that, didn't I?
You did, yes. I'm giving you an
For
opportunity
gore.
to shine. Please
I
take
for
it.
gore. Yes. Sorry. I'm sorry. Like there's fireworks
It's
going
fine.
off, and it's making
It's-
me very uncomfortable.
I understand.
Oh.
You're doing great,
Okay.
and we're glad
What
you're
am I?
here.
What am I rolling? What am I rolling? I don't remember.
You're rolling for your nose.
Yeah. Okay. So that'd be like what? Like a perception, would it, or would it be like a survival?
Perception, survival, tracking, whatever you can justify. Tell me how you smell things. Tell me. First of all, give me yeah.
Yeah. So Soba's nose has
Mhm.
been primed for years of living on the mountain, tracking people through blind snowdrift. She could pick up the scent of a mountain goat in a snowstorm, which is why I'm taking 10 on that 6, by the way.
Yeah, I thought so.
So Soba sniffs the air, trying to get a whiff of the musk of this kitsune, because she figures it can't be that different from like tracking like a fox, right? Like a
Mhm.
regular normal fox. It can't be that different.
honestly, he probably smells strongly of sawdust. Because can you imagine getting sawdust out of all that fur?
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. that would be
Yeah,
a
so she's
nightmare.
just kind of like sniffing for a scent of fox plus sawdust plus
What's it?
I'm trying to think like what the polite term for this would be. Because this is like the Middle Ages.
Stinky
People don't
foof.
exactly bathe that often. Yeah. Looks
Um,
at Rodalek.
Sprig,
What?
could you also roll as an assist before for pointing that out? Because that is extremely relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
What
like
was
just
it?
hunter brain has turned on for Soba.
What was your total, Soba?
And this is a
20.
crafting check because Cece is like. She got a lot of hair. It's maybe not the same, but it's like. You have any idea how rough it is to roll over and have like metal dust in your hair at
Oh
night?
god. So if I take assurance, that's a 20.
Okay. With CC's support there, and direction, I should say, you are able to isolate 2 distinct smells. One, coming from the mess hall, is the smell of a half-orc. You did not see a half-orc in the mess hall, but your nose has never lied to you before.
Hmm.
And you do vaguely scent the scent of sawdust specifically, and you can isolate it down to one of the far cabins, one of the ones near the very bow of the ship.
So she will point that out. She'll point that out to the rest of the group. Like, missing fluffy one is in front of ship. Soba must investigate something. She just like sniffing. Like she gets kind of like not like to the ground, but she kind of hunches a little bit, and you just hear. I'm hoping that came over.
Oh, it
the
did.
sniffing.
He did.
Yeah. And she just
Perfect.
goes into the mess hall and just like trying to follow the half-orc scent.
What are we looking for here?
Soba smell half-orc, but did not see half-orc.
Well, where is it guiding you towards?
Dungeon
mess hall.
Master, where is Soba's nose leading her in the mess hall?
In the mess hall, because of the number of, spices and foods and people, it's difficult to isolate and aid exactly. Like, you're not going to be able to smell someone to a table, right?
Okay, that's fair.
That's beyond the scope of tracking. But rather suffice it to say that you smell a half-orc in the room. You do not see one.
I'm going to do a perception check to see if I can find them in the room.
Mm-hmm.
What does... can I make a check to see what I know about half-orcs, like, culturally?
Mm-hmm.
That would be... Would that be like a nature check, or is that racist? I don't know.
That's super racist.
Oh, it'd be so weird. I
Society.
forgot. This is my only Pathfinder game. I forgot we have society as an option.
Wait.
As a
Wait,
flat
what
7.
did we just do? I'm sorry. I think did I miss something?
That's a flat 7.
So I got a 17 for basic perception, but I think you know what I'm going to do? I will I imagine that the half-orc might have a particular penchants for their diet, might and I'm going to use a society roll to see if that I might be able to figure out what they might have been eating, or if they might have had to like get something special or something like that.
Yeah, that's actually kind of what I was trying to do, and then I got a fucking 7.
Well,
What did Liv say that you responded to?
okay. That is a 23.
I forgot that we have society as a role, and I was like, I'd like to figure out what maybe something about the orcs. I mean, is nature racist? I don't know. And Jade was like, yes.
You said 23. You said. Was that correct,
I
Magus?
said 23. Yes. 23.
Okay, thank you. Great. So were you basically just walking around and looking at people's dishes, or are you talking to the chef, or how are you going about this?
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Are you just walking around and looking at everyone's dishes? Are you asking the chef if any special orders were made?
I'm gonna go and ask the chef on this one.
All right. Hey there. What can I get you?
Yeah, I'm okay right now, but a friend of mine has a bit of special dietary restrictions. Do you have any meals that you could make for potentially someone with a half-orc disposition?
Mm-hmm. We've got mutton on board, though that'll only last about half of the trip. For the back half, I can recommend some jerkies. Aside from that, a lot of the fresher meats are not going to stay that long. Mind you, we can't use magic to keep it frozen.
Okay. Do you happen to know if they? Do you happen to know if anybody's if they're have you been able to make anything for a half orc lately? Like how have they felt about the meals that you've made for it? I think if I recall, they have a very particular way of how they enjoy their mutton.
Well, I'm not quite sure what you're coming off with. I genuinely don't know how you're asking this.
I know. Forget I asked anything. I'm sorry. It just felt like the sensible thing to go on this one.
No, it's a good idea, but I'm just not quite sure the way you phrased it because that didn't parse in my brain for somehow.
Oh, I was saying that has there been if there was somebody making a meal for a half-orc, are there any half-orcs that have enjoyed the meal that you might know of, or that might be able to, like,
Gotcha.
vouch for it?
That makes more sense.
Sorry.
Nope. Haven't served any half-orcs today. I don't even know if we have any on the return trip at all. Which is good, because we're going to be running out of mutton pretty soon by this all cruise diet.
All cruise diet?
Yeah, they're going through it right quick. We're going to have to start stopping over the seconds and thirds.
Maybe it's just because of the heat, or I'm a little dense right now, but I feel like I'm missing the obvious clue in the room.
She's making a lot of, has served a lot of meat dishes, but she hasn't served anything to a half-orc.
Okay. So he hasn't eaten anything.
And she hasn't seen a half-orc all day. On the returns.
So maybe
Okay,
we
then.
should look for someone who doesn't have a plate in front of them. Wait a minute. So I don't know how to posit this in character,
Mm-hmm.
but do we have anyone that's capable of discerning magical disguises?
Technically me.
So
You know
I'm
what
going
gonna
to
do? I know exactly
walk
what to do
around.
here.
go ahead.
I have an ability, one of the features of my class that I haven't gotten to use right now. I'm going to use Eyes of the City. Because this is a ship that I have frequently been around, and this town is a place that I know very intimately familiar with, I can use society or... I could use diplomacy or society to track someone.
Ah.
So I'm going to use diplomacy here.
Okay.
Ooh, I got one more than just taking 10. So that is 20, 23, 24.
Tell me about how you're going about this. Because this isn't a usability pass check sort of situation, right? This is a little bit more delicate than that.
You're busting my balls here, Jade.
Hold on, let me put this on pause for a second, and because Koss had some wanted to go through things.
Go ahead, Koss. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to walk around the room
Mm-hmm.
and use my psychometric reading to see if anybody feels different from what their reading is.
Ah. Go ahead and roll that.
Okay. Somebody want to roll me a check real quick?
Mm-hmm.
And then tell me, and then add, I'll tell you what to add to it. Why? What is happening here? I downloaded I have a PDF of my character sheet. Okay, and for some reason, none of the fields are populating.
Yeah. That's weird.
What is
Right, hold on.
happening?
I guess I'll roll for you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
I'm pretty sure it's plus 13.
Alright, so that'd be a 33.
Okay.
That you got a nat 20.
Awesome. Cool. Good.
And yes, is the short answer of that. You sense the presence of a magical item, which you can isolate fairly quickly, given the fact that the ship has, by and large, been stripped of magical items in preparation for the voyage.
Yeah.
It is on the ring of a halfling. Halfling that does have a large plate of meat in front of him.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah. What do you want? That's too close to the other device. Yeah, whatever.
So, how you doing?
All right.
I motioned to like Rodolak and everybody wildly pointing at the person. I am not subtle. So, the food is good, I say. Hopefully, somebody else will also be near me in a moment.
Yeah, Stacey rolls over.
Yeah, it's all right. Why? What's going on
Been a
here?
halfling your whole life?
Far back as I can remember.
Interesting. So what's you said it was in his pocket?
It's on his finger.
Oh, okay, his ring, yeah. So can I see that ring real quick?
Nope. Move along.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Soba?
Yes. Hello, yes.
This fellow here is doing a bit of an impersonation. I point to the ring.
Mm. So, Soba, like, gets it, and then she thinks for a moment. She's gonna punch over the halfling's head, roughly at where a half-orc's throat would be.
That does not do anything.
Oh, shapeshift, or you're short. Take the ring off, or Soba cut finger off.
Hey! What are you on about? It's my dear mum's ring. What are you doing? They start to back up, and a couple of the ship crew actually come to their defense. Hey, what's going on here? What are you doing?
We believe this one might be a shapeshifter.
Okay.
Close enough. Yeah. With that ring there.
Doesn't mean you get the right to punch him.
I mean,
Soba did
We
not
do-
punch him.
we do when we suspect-
Soba punched 3 feet above head.
Look, you threw a punch, and you're here threatening our crew.
Oh, Soba,
You're
the
here
shadow
threatening
box.
her.
There you go.
Look, you threw a punch, and you're here threatening our passengers. You might need to leave.
this is an official investigation.
Yes.
We have the okay of the captain to do this investigation.
You can investigate, but you're not here to harass anyone. You should leave the mess hall.
We have cause to believe that this individual might have a missing person currently captured in their private quarters. My compatriots might be a little bit overeager, but this individual has become our prime suspect at present.
I won't stand for this. He gets up with all of the annoyance that a halfling can muster.
Well, you can't still. Well, I mean, you can stand, but not very high.
The
We
halfling.
don't need to be insulting for no reason.
simply take off ring. If ring is not what you think it is, not an issue.
You ain't
Yeah.
got no right to ask that. The
I mean,
halfling
you put it right
walks
back on,
walks
but
be-
there's no-
the halfling walks behind the ship crew and starts to just walk away.
So it was just like waiting for the permission to come.
Where is it that he's walking away to?
The foredeck. The foredeck of this. The fore of the ship towards the rooms.
The fore of the ship where we smelled the sawdust.
Mm-hmm.
So he's leaving the mess?
Yes.
All right, we're leaving the mess. We're going that way.
All right.
The crewman glares at you and just sort of, as you walk away, follows with a, "Don't harass them. Don't harass the clients." You were able to see that the halfling, as you look into the hallway that leads down towards that leads down towards these rooms. You see the far front right-handed door close quickly, but he would have had to go at a full sprint to make it down there in that time.
Mm-hmm.
Super kick door.
I mean, let's try opening it first, but yeah.
Wait, please, let me at least get the door open. We don't want to needlessly cause damage to the ship.
Is it needless if it's funny?
I respect this point of view. So, Cece, what shall we be doing?
Yes. I'm assuming these are... The doors probably have locks on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming it's a standard, more or less, kind of lock. I think Cece is just going to, on the roll up to the room, she's just, reaches into the back of her chair, pulls out one of her, her sets of finer tinkering tools. She's got, her fine tweezers and magnifying lens and everything for when she's working on the inner mechanics of her spiders.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
More or less the same kind of tools that you'd use for lockpicking. We're not far off, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That tracks.
And, does a 24? Actually, I think it would be more than that, because it's a mechanism. Oh yeah, does a critical success get it?
It actually does.
Because I can't get a fail I can't get a crit fail or a fail. And if I get a success, it's a crit success when it's machines.
Wow. You were able to lockpick the door. Quite deftly, in fact. And you do see that has a secondary lock installed. It's not overly difficult, but you managed to get through it. You just gonna go in, or?
So basically just rakes the lock and then
Mhm.
pick, click, click. Door swings open.
Yep.
All right, gang, spread out and see if we can find a body.
Pardon the intrusion.
The room appears empty.
Trigger, that's odd.
That is odd.
Very odd.
All right, man.
There
You
is
know what I mean with this.
I do, but it's funny. The room has a bed that is bolted to the floor with sheets that are tied to each other underneath the bed, which is
And the room is weirdly expanded with galvanized steel.
It's like tied to each other.
The sheets are connected underneath the bed, so if you fall out of bed, you're caught by the sheet itself. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. Seafaring bed. There are several pieces of luggage, one of which is definitely large enough to hold a person. And there is various pieces of daily routine things that have been laid about, yeah, your toothbrushes and whatnot.
I'm gonna knock on the furniture trunk. Yeah. As I look over, which one of us has the lock-picking kit?
What?
I can, and Cece just rolls up.
I need perception checks from everybody.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Um,
19.
23.
Critical failure.
If someone wants to roll for me, +9.
And Bill's got an 18.
That's a 25 for me.
And that is a 18. So you said +9, right, Cass?
I
Yeah.
rolled it.
20 oh.
I got a 9.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Shame, mine was better.
Okay, so on then. What were the two highest then? Real quick.
I
I got
had
a
a
25.
25.
I had a 24.
Okay.
I had a 23.
Great. And cost, what was your total?
18.
Oh, was 18? Okay.
was the highest.
Yes. Soba and Flicker. Actually, I'm going to give these as two separate things. Flicker?
Yeah?
There is a trap on this trunk. You can see it, you know. You can see it. You can see the mechanisms. You can see a small latch on the corner of the trunk that would spring when it was opened. You can recognize that. Soba?
Mm-hmm.
This is definitely a half-orc's room. And right by the door, you notice what at first appears to be a small little pincushion. It's like, one of those fabric ones.
Mm-hmm.
Left on the floor. Start to hiss. The door closes behind you.
That doesn't sound good.
Like, is it hiss like an animal or like a gas or something?
Like a gas.
All right, Soba turns to the door and just starts kicking.
We're in initiative order now.
Okay.
So I rolled the highest, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just clarifying, because this is now
Oh,
a
okay,
skill
okay,
challenge.
Okay, yeah, I know what I'm doing since I think I got the highest, right? Yeah.
Oh wait, the perception was initiative.
Yeah.
Damn it. Well, I'm going last.
That's not necessarily a bad thing in these skill challenges. It means that you have more information when it's time. That's why I like the skill challenges. Like, they're less initiative dependent anyways.
Alright, let me know when when everything's all set up.
So the order is Liv, I should say, Soba, Flicker, then Sprig. What was your total?
18.
Okay, so you share it with
Cass,
Cass. So
yeah, I got the same one as Cass.
which of you wants to do it first? Is whatever.
I already have what I'm, like, one of the first things I'm gonna do in mind, at least.
I would also suggest Sprig.
All right. There are multiple things that need to be done right now.
Okay. So first things first, if there is gas, Soba's first instinct is going to be to start kicking the door open, and that would probably be an athletics check, yeah?
All right.
Kicking implies you do multiple.
So 15 plus 12, that's 27.
That is a success. The door appears to be braced from the other side. Something that you hadn't really noted when you walked in. But your kick is as you kick, you are able to weaken and rattle the boards, but you can feel that a slat has been placed over the door. You may take a coin.
Man, that's a really strong door. It's like 8'9", half giant woman kicking a hole in it, and it's still holding down.
Well, you're inside the ship. You can't be standing to full height.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, she would be scrunched a little bit, wouldn't she?
Also, have you seen the Eddie Hall versus Strongest Door video?
No.
No.
It's the world's strongest man with a sledgehammer attacking the world's strongest door for like an hour and failing to get through it.
Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, I believe it, especially if it's like a bank door or something. This can be crazy.
It's just like it's a commercially available, it's like a strongest door.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
that's
having
wild.
something like that on this particular ship feels like
Yeah,
it wouldn't-
but like
wouldn't be here.
that's someone with tools suited to the situation against a door that's suited to the situation.
And this is just Soba kicking at a door really hard when she's like hunched over in it. Like,
Yeah.
Jade, how high is the ceiling?
For a normal-sized race, it would be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for a half giant, like I imagine like this is like
You're crouching a bit.
squeezing into it's like squeezing into a McDonald's play place as an adult.
Honestly, that's a really good comparison point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Flicker.
Right. So when essentially disassembled and the trap in my mind, as in like, broke it down to see did I see what kind of trap it is, or just the fact that there's a trap on the thing?
Just that there was a trap.
Okay. So, and you said that there's a brace on the other side of the door.
Appears to be, yes.
Right, so it's not a thing I can do with just a lock. Trying to think, what can I do here? What can I do, Hickey, here? Where did live Soba hear the gas is coming in from?
It's from the pin cushion on the floor.
Near the door.
Okay, pin cushion. Like
On the floor. Yeah. On the floor near the door. Just a fairly standard small fabric pin cushion. It looks like it fell off of a counter or something. You wouldn't have thought about it. Wouldn't have given it mind.
Okay. Would it be? No. What? I'm trying. Okay, I'm trying to think of something. Would it be possible for me, like? One of my first thoughts was like, maybe I can burn a hole through the door with some of my acid that I always carry around with me, because of course I do.
You do have acid, and there's several things that you can that it might be applied to right now.
Mm-hmm. So since if I were to use it on the door, what would happen?
It's a wooden door braced from the other side.
Oh, what? Oh, it is wooden. Okay, I thought it was like reinforced in some other way. Okay, yeah. Acid on wood should burn through very nicely, wouldn't it?
Hmm?
Yeah.
Or What did you say, Polar?
Just said yeah. Just yeah. Sorry, I'm like.
So would that is that what would happen, Jade? Just to be
It
very
depends on
clear.
the dice, doesn't it? You can certainly try. Isn't that everyone's favorite DM phase? You can certainly try.
Here's the thing. This is one of those things where I wasn't sure if this was dice dependent. Otherwise,
I mean, you know me. It's description dependent. If you say I use acid on door, that's going to be a lot less effective than telling me how.
Are the door hinges on this side?
Yes, they are.
I
The door
use
swings
the acid
inwards.
on the hinge.
Or that, no,
I
it says
use
the door
the
swings
acid
outwards, so
on-
no, they would be on the outside. My bad. The door swings outwards, so it would be on the outside. I misparsed it.
The hinges are on the outside.
Yes, but you can tell where they would be.
Okay.
Pretty standard.
So that's not great. I guess I'll just use the acid the old-fashioned way, by just tossing it at the door, and hopefully it'll make a big enough hole. What do I roll?
Pick a skill and then convince me why it would be effective in the current situation. You've been a player for me for long enough to know how this
Yeah,
goes.
I know, but today the brain is really not feeling like working at full.
It's all good. It's all good.
In this case, as far as skills go, I mean, crafting is the only one that comes to mind immediately. But are we talking the skills, or my actual side skills that I've been picking? Because alchemical crafting or gadget specialist are the only ones that come to mind here. There's also technically nature I could pick.
Pick something.
Of how
This is a time-sensitive situation. I am going to actually make you pick something.
crafting.
And describe
Does that-
how.
Yeah.
Crafting by using my knowledge of how these elements would work and if it will be strong enough to, engaging my knowledge of the alchemical ingredients versus regular or reinforced wood to gauge if it'll be effective. Would you say
Roll it.
that's applicable? Okay. I don't mind being it's time sensitive. Just I don't like you. But still, 9 plus 14, that's plus 10, that would be 24, 23. Is that enough?
Do you have any coins that you would like to use?
Yes, I should have the platinum one. Because it regenerates every session.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yep.
Well, I get it back. That's a reroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 11. So that would put. So that's a 25.
That is exactly a successful number. All right. Yes, you recognize where the hinges are on the other side of the door, and apply some acid in that region so that the wood that's backing the hinges begins to dissolve.
All right.
The door is now loose.
Oh, I can
may
kick it again.
You may take a coin.
Yay! Which coin? Gold?
Platinum is the next one on here.
Oh, yay! 2 platinum or
Yep,
2
it
platinum
was-
next second.
Yep, it was copper, platinum, gold, copper, copper. When I set it up. All right, Cece.
So wait, I got a copper one right now.
Nope, we get this platinum right here. Take this
Uh,
coin.
I'm sorry, I don't know where you.
Take this coin.
The one that's being pinged.
Oh, Doi.
There we go.
Well, the gas is an immediate concern,
Mm-hmm.
and thankfully Cece has some useful materials for this. So I'm gonna use a crafting check because she's trying to get back through all of her bag and stuff, and thankfully she is a control freak and keeps everything extremely orderly.
Jeez, how lucky.
So Cece digs out one of her book thief brews, which is basically just a big bottle of glue.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to pour that over the pincushion, hopefully sealing the gas inside the glue.
Okay, so you can try and suffocate it out.
Yeah. Basically just trap it so there's nowhere to go. It'll blow a big bubble in the glue but not actually escape. Which is a 27?
Okay. The pincushion is smothered. However, you do recognize that what's coming out isn't simply being released; it's being created through some sort of chemical reaction. Which is to say that smothering it will need a little bit more. This has definitely bought you time, and it's going to slow it down. But you can see the glue bubbling, and it looks like, and it will pop eventually.
Yeah. By this time, though, so that we're not breathing poisonous gas the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So I take the gold, or...
Because that issue is not yet resolved, that is a success, but that is not yet going to be taken. Cass.
Yeah, okay, so I am going to, find my thing. Boy, I don't have a whole lot good to do with this.
You can information gather or assist somebody else if you're not confident that any of your checks are going to be useful in the current situation.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Okay. Oh. I can just shoot magic missiles at the door.
That's true.
Somebody want to roll me some d4s? And
Actually, I will have you roll an Arcana, just
Okay.
for, yeah.
Do I roll it, or do you want me to? Does somebody else want to roll it?
Go ahead.
How many d4s?
Oh, that is a good question, and I'm trying to figure it out right now for some reason. I have no idea why. It populated a PDF with nothing on it for the first page. There's no information. Just give me. It's plus 13. I'm pretty sure.
Well, I mean, like, how many d4s do I roll?
Oh, roll the Arcana first.
Oh, okay, hold on. That is a 5. Plus your Arcana.
Okay, so that's 18.
18?
Yes.
That is, the magic that you put behind it is not strong enough to break the wood.
Okay.
Rodelac.
Okay, so right now, I'm going to do, hang on, I gotta, okay, I've got, what's the word, I've got a thing called thorough search, but there's a time limit on this. I'm assuming, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a thing where I can use as a bonus action where I can do, like I can quickly determine what the situation around me. So like a quick spot check.
Okay.
I'd like to examine two things. One, are there windows to this cabin? I'm assuming there's not a porthole or like a weakness in the bulkhead or something like that. And two, how weakened is the door? And three, where is the gas coming from?
Sure.
So I'm going to make my perception roll on that.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Okay.
So that is a 28.
The door is weak enough that a good solid hit should be able to knock it down, but doing so would let the gas into the hallway. The gas is coming from that pincushion that is on the floor, which has been mostly glued up by Sprig, though is still leaking and not completely smothered.
Yeah, it's still producing more gas. It's just the gas is sealed inside the glue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rip off the bed sheets, and I'm going to use that to cover it up more.
Okay. All right. You don't need to roll anything.
I have an idea.
I don't think I can have any more actions after that, right?
Hold on though, because you have one more thing off that spot check because you rolled high enough.
Okay.
You also are the only person to notice. I assume you'll tell everyone, but you also are the only person to notice. There's also a hiss coming from inside of the crate, or the luggage.
I look back and I say, is the crate you said the crate the one where the body was, or is it like a different crate?
That's the one, a large luggage crate.
Okay, I'm going to look to see how close is it to the wall? Is it attached to like a bulkhead, or is it something that like we could slide around or something?
It could be slid around, but I mean, it's heavy and bulky, but it's not locked in to anything.
Okay.
I also did warn you that it's trapped, just as a reminder.
Right.
Okay.
So, did we get tricked? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, we did.
Yep. This person was kidnapped not by accident, but as bait to lure us in.
Yep.
Or it was
And I
by
guess-
accident and the person was just extremely paranoid.
Well, I mean, so there's gas coming from the hostage now, too, so that's a problem.
Oh, yeah. See, that's bad because hostages only do that when they're in extreme distress.
Yes. True.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to use that check that I had just did to seek where the hole in the luggage might be emanating that hiss.
Oh,
Using my
you
ears.
hear it. It's not going into the room.
It's going
Yeah,
into
it's
the box.
The chest,
It's going
the
into
box
the
is-
luggage.
Yeah, they're gassing the hostage.
Oh,
And I believe that's the culmination of that check.
I guess so. Yeah.
So, Jade, do I have to wait till my turn to ask a question? Because this might change some things.
Your turn is literally next, so I mean.
Oh, right, okay.
No,
Alright, I lost track of who. I
No,
lost
it's fine.
track.
It's fine.
Alright, so is it my turn right now?
Yes.
Okay, so Soba is going to just like a neuron is going to connect, and Soba's going to turn to CC and be like, "Gas is coming. Gas is being made by a tiny cloth hedgehog. Yes.
Yes?
What if tiny cloth hedgehog was different thing?
Ooh.
I'm
Oh.
not sure. Probably something different.
Okay." So we're going to try her best. And she's going to reach into her pouch and pull out the furniture powder that we found like months ago.
Oh, true. Okay.
She's
okay.
she's going to go to the tiny cloth hedgehog, and she's going to sprinkle a decent bit onto this thing and hope that this powder, which is going to change it into some type of furniture, we'll also get rid of the. We'll also convert the chemicals inside making this gas into some kind of furniture. And seeing as furnitures are a solid, they can't be gas.
Roll me a flat d20 luck.
They just turn into a bunch of tiny chairs, like every little particle.
Natural 20!
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
Man, the game's
fantastic.
being generous. The game's being generous because it knows it was acting like an asshole last time.
So, the dust of creation doesn't change something else. It's dust of creation. It creates furniture. And with that roll, yeah, you create a lockbox. A small
Nice.
metal lockbox that is going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Secured enough that it should be, contain it.
Oh, this is working. Wait, but it converted a fox corpse into an ottoman before. I'm confused.
It didn't convert a fox corpse into an ottoman. It put an ottoman on top of it.
Oh, I guess we didn't look. All right, okay. Okay.
It's dust of creation. It generates things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
fair. You said the ottoman was a fox for ottomans. I guess we just assumed.
No, it was a
Alright.
faux for. It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. I've been confused on how this stuff works this
Take your
entire
gold
time.
coin.
Yeah,
I thought it was polymorph powder.
yeah, same.
It just hid the corpse under the fucking furniture. You know, like we all do.
All right,
yeah,
so
and
that changes how I have to use this then.
It is dust of creation. It generates things.
Yeah.
Like likes on videos.
Sosoba, yeah. Sosoba just like puts the tiny cloth porcupine in the box, closes it, and I'm assuming it gives it a key too, so she just locks it. It's like, there, problem solved. The evil is defeated.
All right. Everyone was just about to start taking a -2 penalty to anything you did after that. On this, you avoided that narrowly.
Soba's habit of collecting weird, eccentric bullshit seems to pay off. Once again.
Also, you guys are rolling like drastically better now than last time, and I'm saying this explicitly to jinx it.
You monster.
I'll be honest. I was gonna ask after this if we can like finish it.
Yeah, this is the last thing I have for today, and you will be leveling up after this. Flicker, you are up.
Well, I assume that the gas is still coming into the chest with the hostage.
Presumably.
Soba has more
right.
furniture.
Right. I was gonna suggest like, can I actually like notice how the gas is getting in there, so I can maybe like cut that off?
The hiss is coming from inside of there. Presumably, there's another pincushion or something like it inside. That's, yeah.
Right. Yeah, so I feel like I'm gonna have to take the hit on this and try and like disable the trap,
Okay.
because with the immediate need for our own safety gone now, I should probably try and get him out.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so I mean, this just, I'm sorry, but there's no other explanation. This is just a straight up crafting one. I can't think of any
You
other
can't use
one to
crafting 2
use.
times back to back. You can't use the same skill
Performance?
twice. You gotta convince me
You can't
on
use
it.
the same skill twice in a row.
I keep forgetting that rule.
It forces you to get intentionally to get outside of your comfort zone and think of different solutions.
I mean, the only other one that comes to mind really here is like performance, because you know, performance at like disabling the trap.
Roll it.
Okay. Oh, You know what? This feels important enough to immediately use up the platinum you gave me. I hate to do it, but it feels important.
No, it's a good plan.
Oh, that is... I don't like that. Remind me, do I get to keep the higher score?
No.
Then
It's
I
a
really
reroll.
don't like that.
Take one
And
of
I
my
really
platinums.
Hmm?
Take one of my platinums.
Oh, thank you. You're so sweet. Hey, there we go.
There
There
we go.
CJ jinxed it.
See?
So that's
No, that's
so
me. You're Jake.
So that's a 30.
Hey,
That's a
Cece.
30.
Hi.
Yeah, that's a 30 on like disabling this trap.
You know-
Unlocking it.
With a performance check like that, you are able to keep a cool head under pressure and recognize a lot of things. See, a performance check doesn't really necessarily solve the problem, but it tells you something extraordinarily important. Because by looking at the trap, by peeking in the edge of the case and working into it, as soon as you are able to lift a small corner of the case, you smell what that gas is. It's not the same. Instead of the acrid, vaguely poisonous smell of the other one, this smells like gasoline. And you recognize that the trap is just a simple igniter.
Oh,
Hmm. Right.
That is the information that you have gained, and it is Cece's turn now. I almost
Do
said
not use
activation.
do not use any flames or open sparks.
And I'm assuming you've passed this
So-
information along.
Of course.
so for clarity,
Hmm?
the trap is not disarmed.
The trap is not disarmed, however, you know the nature of it and the nature of the situation.
It should give you some bonuses, hopefully.
Yeah, cause I can't do the crafting now, cause I just did it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how to solve this now myself.
Mm-hmm.
You still have all of your chemical complements, right?
I do.
Do you think we've got anything that we can make some kind of fire retardant foam?
Possibly, but like it's just gonna seal the person inside with the fire. Like it's not gonna. I'm not gonna be able to make something that would completely stop any fire from happening. It would just be something that would like basically fall on top of the gas.
Oh, and one minor note. On the far side of the room, there is a lantern.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be priority number one. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Cece has an item for this that can be very helpful.
Oh,
She's gonna take an air bladder and just put the whole lantern in the air bladder and tie it shut.
okay.
All right.
Go ahead and... I'm just going to say that you have resolved that part of the equation. Yeah, I mean, that's simple enough. There's no, like, roll check. That's just a logical
That's just
path.
no, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Cuss.
Yes.
There's, like, a whole situation going on here.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things happening. There are a whole lot of things happening, and most of them, I'm just gonna say it, they seem unpleasant.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I still don't have a lot of things to do. I am going to, I've got some kind of psychic stream ability. Can I just make a lot of noise and see if I can get people to come toward us?
You can?
Okay, does it need a check of any kind, or?
Roll me Arcana, just as a type of focus check, but it's not going to be a hard roll because I'll roll your Arcana. Okay.
Thank you.
That is very funny, actually.
It is extremely good or extremely bad.
It was a 2.
Oh, that's fine.
I'll say that you are.
I managed to make a lot of noise in the room, and I probably distract everybody a bit.
Fair enough. Rodolek, you would be up then.
Yeah, let's see here. So, kicking open the door might ignite the... Okay, I'm gonna check my... Let me see if I've got something for this. You know what I'm gonna do? I am going to take all 10 of my chalk and crush it and mix it with my water skin to make a muddy foam, and I'm going to start like pouring it into the crack for the trap where we saw the igniter.
Okay, you can try and
So I'm basically using it as like a rudimentary flame retardant, so that if it does like spark or whatever, it's got nothing that it can actually spark with.
Okay, so you're gonna try to foil the igniter itself.
Yes.
Okay.
At the very least, we can get that taken care of. What would that be? Thievery?
I would say thievery.
Okay. Okay, that is a 12 plus... That is a 20.
That is a success.
Cool. I don't think I could do anything else now, right?
No?
Okay.
And that is, in fact, the trap. Let's see here. How would you like to proceed from here? The situation is still urgent, but I don't think we need to be in proper initiative order anymore. As you have dealt with all the...
I mean, kick the door down and get the person trapped in the case out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, drag the case out of the ship.
Are you gonna,
Just because, like, we technically have the time for it now, I know exactly how I would do such a, such an igniting system, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So Cece is going to, before defeating the lock, remove the hinges from the back of the lid of the box. So that we can lift the lid straight up and off. Or even rotate it away from the hinge off. Because it's definitely just going to be like a flint and then a file on the inside of the lid kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We could fucking...
Yeah, going it up with like a chalk putty actually, makes...
Makes it much less reactive.
All right.
Sidebar, I feel like I need to point this out. I am baking in my office right now. My cat decided to curl up against me and is now increasing my body temperature considerably. But she looks really happy.
No, Cat, this is not the time. We'll have
Under
plenty of time in winter.
So I'm guessing that that so it was going to be the one knocking down the door, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who's going to be opening up the case now that it's been disarmed?
I guess
Um,
me.
If you got the disarming thing,
Like
or
a
thievery,
CC
Mm-hmm.
and Flicker working together kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
CC just disassembles the hinges and opens up the lock, and then
Okay.
Flicker lifts the lid off. Kind of thing.
They're unconscious, undoubtedly from the gasoline inhalation, but they do appear to be breathing, and the gas will begin to dissipate. It's not, there isn't that much in there. It's just enough that it would have been very bad if it had ignited. But yeah, the gas will dissipate throughout the room fairly quickly. Is anybody going to be running outside the room?
sure.
Honestly, I imagine so, but just to get her hands on that Hobbit. halfling.
Yeah,
Like while everybody
yeah,
else
no,
does
so-
it, I'm gonna do my spot check for that when I get out. You know, expeditious, introspective. The skill that I have that lets me see all the things. Expeditious introspection. There we go. I'm sorry. I'm melting in here.
No,
You're doing great.
I mean, we could stop it here and continue on next time.
No, it's
Yeah, I mean,
fine.
we
Let's
are-
just-
we
let's
are-
just get to
we
the
are-
end of the scene.
Yeah, we are 11 minutes past when we usually end, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, we're wrapping. I mean, this is not much more to the scene. If we're
Yeah,
okay with going a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's just get to it.
Okay.
Use it, Maverick.
The Kitsune is going to be okay, though they are very shaken and currently unconscious, but also shaken. It works. Don't worry about it. When you go out into the hallway, Soba and Kas, if you two are the presumably the ones who are in that direction of thought patterns.
Yeah.
One of the crew, same one from before, is holding the halfling with their arm wrenched behind their back. What's going on?
You want to do the honors and take that ring off of him?
Yeah, Soba's gonna do that. Just grab him, just wrench the ring off.
I'm asking the guy.
Oh, sorry.
Because he's got him.
He'll look at you a little bit inquisitively, but he will follow the direction, and the halfling body, as it does exactly what you expect it to do, grows and morphs into a half orc, clothing transposing along with it.
Mm-hmm.
The half orc just doesn't say anything, just sort of glares. It does try to wrench away, but the crew has a good grip on him.
You're nothing if not good at your job.
Well, you left an impression on us last time you were here. Still, though,
Yeah, we
what's
do.
going on? What's that smell?
Kidnapping. Attempted
Combustible gas! Don't light
burning
a
of the
flame!
As he
Just come
looks
from
down at you and I say, on one hand, I believe that you're, I'm going to put on my Sherlock Holmes pipe smoking thing as I look at it and say, I'm going to take a look at them and I'm going to be doing like an insight check on them. I'm guessing it would be perception.
Okay. Yeah, it can
Or
be
soci-
perception,
or would it be
society,
society?
or
I
society
think
is more
society
directly
would probably
appropriate.
be
Yeah.
better here. Yeah. Let me just please make a roll here. Please don't screw over my dice roll here today. 14. Okay, good. All right, so that is 25.
Okay.
As I say, I get the impression that you were only really interested in knocking us unconscious and sending us on our merry way, but I believe your employer had other plans once the ship left dock. Because it looks like that the case that you were instructed to put the person in was sabotaged to ignite after a certain amount of time.
I mean, it's not really an insight check so much as he's going to spit in your face.
The insight you gain is that he does not like you.
Yeah,
I mean,
he.
am I?
Hmm?
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying.
No, you're doing.
Am I close, or am I guessing something incorrectly?
So I will give you your for the roll. I will give you your own deductive reasoning rather than an insight from the other character. Rather,
Okay.
The idea that it was locking inside the room and the way everything was set up was to prevent an escape.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But the gasoline and the case, I don't think was something that he was planning.
Not from someone who was outside of the case. This was an overabundance of caution to knock out the person. If they managed to open the case and become a threat, it would ignite them and injure them. These were all safeguards for keeping you, supposedly, inside of there the whole time.
Oh, so it wasn't a matter of that somebody was trying to make sure that I died when I left or whatever, but rather
To make sure
knocked
that
out, and if somebody managed to get over, that they could do the thing.
Mm-hmm. This was in fact the mistaken identity. And Flicker, you can actually see that the diamond pattern on the other Kitsune's head looks to have been washed as if trying to remove dye.
Oh, so they knew it was the wrong one, and then just decided to go with it anyway.
No, he thought that
It's like-
you dyed your forehead to foil him.
Oh,
He was wrong.
On multiple levels.
Mm-hmm.
Rodolak does not have that kind of sense of self-preservation.
I mean, I kinda do.
You do. I'm just teasing.
Okay.
But that is, I am barring any other questions that you have. The rest, I dare say, so much as writes itself. The captain will come in and just be like, 7 heavens and 6 hells, what is going on here? And
It appears that one of your crewmen, one of your passengers, attempted to kidnap and sabotage your ship, rigging it to explode if things did not go their way.
explode! Get him out of here. We only found you half work. Answer that. Well, one thing I've learned is that you guys are trustworthy, and then I should trust what you say. Takes a lot to earn my respect, but you've won it twice over. Good work.
Thank you.
Well, just glad we were able to stop it before it went any further.
Mm-hmm.
And by we, I mean people.
The crewman looks down. Yeah, if we hadn't... That ring would have disabled itself as soon as we got into the mist. But by then it would have been too late to turn back. Huh.
Yeah, that's concerning.
Well, you got your man.
Yep.
Yep.
And I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for those meddling kids and that Kitsune. Sorry.
That sounds like a joke I should have made a while back.
Honestly, I'm a little disappointed you didn't.
Yeah, I'm actually disappointed in myself too for that. It's like it's a perfect joke for me.
All right, gang, let's
Which
split up
only
and
tell you how
clues.
tired I am.
Good night, Liv.
Huh?
Alright,
Good night.
so yeah, that's what I had for today. Couple of minor points that if you're interested in hearing them. If you had gone to talk to some of the people who are on the trade routes to the Grippy Lands, as people who were coming in to see to see if anybody had left that in direction, that's when you would have been able to find more information about the magic ring and someone having commissioned something of value.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I probably would have picked up on the whole ring thing had I not been, like, in the state that I'm in. I'm sorry.
You did great. Don't worry about it.
I'm supposed to be the one that's observant about this kind of thing, and I dropped the ball today. I apologize.
You're having a day. I get it. I think everyone's having a day. It's all good. Honestly, you guys figured out that the kidnapping was related to the to your attempted kidnapping exactly when I had hoped that you would. Like, I feel very really happy about the way that you guys discovered that without me having to, like, you know, feed it to you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What was it else? What was, yeah. And if you had gone to the carpentry shop, it would have reinforced that he was there, that he went by there, and at the same time that you learned that DeCD had left the tavern, and reinforced that he was followed. Those were the other hints that I had prepared in case you guys had gone looking about it in other directions.
Yeah, I locked in right away as, like, they're going for the boat. They mentioned they're gonna go for the boat. He's gonna go for the boat.
But yeah, I'm happy with how that played out. A little bit of a bit of a mystery session as opposed to the way things normally run out.
Next time on A New World, Flicker takes a nap.
Oh yeah, if that fireball had gone off, you would be in trouble.
That's not true. He'd just be dead.
I got to actually use my dumb build for the first time today. I can't crit fail checks for machines. If I crit fail, it's a fail. If I fail, it's actually a success. If I succeed, it's a crit success.
I am invincible!
It's the dumbest combo of feats.
It's fantastic.
I wouldn't change it.
But yes, that was the thread for today. Next time, well, you certainly do have other directions to go. There's more that you could talk to about the captain, and honestly, I like the way the captain plays out. Like, the captain's a fun character.
Yeah, I was gonna say, sounds like you're having fun playing him. So.
He just. This is a vacation job for him, and he does not want to be dealing with anything other than, like, picking up a drunkard and forcing water down their throat. But at the same time, that's what he's here for, and his team is, you know, like, yeah. One thing I really like, though, especially is, I think it was it GD that said that the comment that, you know, oh no, it was Spriggs. Spriggs, like, you know, for a second I forgot that these were the kidnappers.
Not even that I forgot they were kidnappers. It's when they said that we weren't gonna kidnap you, I forgot that Rodalak was going to be kidnapped at one point.
I said, well,
It was a whole plot
that.
line
Maybe I
that just
should've-
sailed
maybe I
over my
should've
head
reiterated
because I was
that.
so focused on the current kidnapping attempt that we were dealing with.
And, like, one of the biggest themes I'm trying to run with this game is the idea that everybody is their own person with their own motives and goals, as opposed to the normal D&D, the good guys, bad guys, go punch this person.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah, the idea that, like, you know, like, these guys are actually nice people. Oh wait, they were kidnappers. Is exactly the kind of mood, you know, that I want to inspire in this game. Like, that honestly tells me that I'm accomplishing my, you know, some of my goals for my writing.
What I said earlier was, we'll arrest him later.
Yeah, that was... Ah,
Okay.
But yeah.
I do need to go. I had
Yes.
to go 24 minutes ago.
Yeah,
you
normally
head out,
I-
yes.
Yeah, normally
fun,
I'd also say,
Cheers.
hey,
Bye.
cheers.
Bye. Bye.
I will be wrapping up on the YouTube side as well. If anyone wants to hang out, we can still. But I hope that everybody had a wonderful time and good night.
Yeah, it's like 90 degrees in my office right now. I'm sorry.
It was
Like,
a good
like, that paired like earlier, I was like, I need to investigate something, and I found out my roommate was like grilling mushrooms, and all of that smell was coming up into my office, and I'm like, I want to throw up. Oh my god.
Oh.